The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody. He's a macho savage. You're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com. The best in the business. Say it, the macho.
Wrestling fans throughout radio land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the youth gambling giants come on. And that's my story.
You may words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done. It's like using a screwdriver to track roast beef. This is will never shine. The other half of the rock and wrestling connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. The Trash, 7 to 10. Tuesday nights, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the Animal. One half of the welcome and taking the road warrior we can do. If you know what's good for you, listen to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. What do you guys say about Trash Talking? What do I gotta say? I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch just what you're gonna do. When Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs live on you.
It is times like these that the world needs heroes and entertainment, and with that I give you the greatest live talk show known to mankind. With inflation being at its highest points, we need someone to show us the ways of good taking on evil, and someone who has the heart of Snow White and the strength of Thor. He, along with his sidekicks Trash's mate, also known as Trish, Trash's babe, known as Ashley, and Trash's roadie known as Cirillo. They will fight crime and make the world right once again. Please welcome me in a round of applause for the vital idol Class C Mike Trash. You may all be seated. Thank you.
Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night. It's the best night of the week, and we're just about getting, I guess we are already started. Oops, wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta use the other track phone.
Use the right mouse.
Yeah, that too. Okay. There we are. Well, some of us. Some of us are here.
The other one took phone calls.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Oh, why am I distorted? I shouldn't be distorted. Okay. All right. Now, let's see what's going on out there. Front door.
Ashley. She went to her
Not
car.
front door. Did she?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's just I heard her say, "Let me grab my keys. I'll be right back."
Well, what does she gotta go? She's leaving her post. That's not good. I'm gonna take back her 1-0 that I gave her before the show because she's not doing her job. Why am I not able to do this? This is sucky. Anyway, well, we're here, and we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about today, and not the least of it is talk about my status in next big thing. Next big.
Are you in the Big Bang Theory?
No, wait.
No big deal.
Next
What?
No big deal. Yes. Thank
No
you.
big deal. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Got to turn this down, though, because I'm distorting in my headphones, and that's not good. I don't know why.
My mind may not be as sharp as it once was, but it's still there.
Well, I'm glad one of us has it. I don't know. All right, there we go. Now, am I distorted? Hello? Check 1, 2.
No, you look like you're all in one piece.
All right. Well, this is not working at all. I can't. My security cameras are down. What? I don't understand. Let me see here. There we go. Well, that doesn't even look like it's... Oh, that's a date. Okay, there we are. Okay. Anyway. The last Tuesday of March.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why can't I hear you? Oh, I got to turn yours on.
You didn't mean to turn me on, right? Or you didn't mean to turn me off.
Hers is really loud. Wonder where'd she put her microphone. Anyway, see, I'm hearing myself distorted. So, all right, coming through good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
That's all that matters.
All right,
The
all right,
board
well,
says
that's
we're
important
okay.
because I don't care what I sound like in my ear as long as you guys can hear me. Oh, so, now I'm through. What am I doing?
See, you can't even...
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. Stupid wires. Everywhere there's wires. Okay. So, today we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a lot of stuff that's cool. Got a lot of... the picture of the day is... where is it? Hold on.
Hi, Cheyenne.
Let's see.
Come here, sweet girl. Oops.
Sometimes.
She's back.
Oh, good. I'm glad someone left their post and the other person didn't leave their post. So, all right. So I decided to leave those as my... that's my picture of the day. Because they make me happy.
Of course.
Hey, maybe that'll be my last one. All the things Mike trash. I can put in different things. Hi, puppy. You realize you're not supposed to be there, right?
Say no, she got up. You move your feet, you lose your seat.
Wrong chair, Pop.
I will just get her off the chair by a simple bribe. Look what I got, puppy. If you ever wondered what I give her, this is what I give her. She loves these really meaty things, and that keeps her off my chair, off of everybody else's chair.
This is
All
what
right,
you want,
now.
sweet girl. There you go.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Anyway,
Lost wallet.
little Mike. Hi, little Mike.
Jesse Joe, he's at home.
Why is he upset? Why is she upset? She said she's still upset.
Yes, she is, and I know why.
I didn't do anything, right?
No, it's
Okay.
not you.
All right, just making sure. 'Cause
No.
sometimes I do things and I don't know that I've upset people.
No, it's not you.
And actually, most people I don't care about, but I do care about Jessie Jo. I don't want to upset her.
No,
I like her.
she's having a lot of health issues, and it's making her very upset.
Well, that sucks.
Yes.
All right, well, we'll try to make your day a little happier. How's that?
Well, it's Tuesday. We should be
It
happy.
is. It's the happiest day of the week. It's the best day of the week.
So the reason I got up was we had a lost wallet that we
Ah.
swore that was in the house that we both saw in the house before I took off.
Okay.
Here it came to be in the car.
Well, since it's here,
If it's here and there's money in it, we get to spend it.
let's go ahead and open that. How much money can? Oh,
Damn.
You need a better boyfriend. Somebody that has money in their. You know,
No,
haven't I
we got a
taught?
dryer that needs fixed.
Haven't I taught you anything?
There's a
All right.
dryer that needs fixed.
Okay, I'm still distorted in my earphones. I want to know why. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Now I'm not distorted. Okay, now I'm not distorting, so that's better. All right, I still distort a little bit. Let's pull this down a little bit further. Check
That's
1 2.
too.
Okay, 1 2 1 2.
Wait a minute. How is she way over there?
Well, there's something that's come between us.
Yeah, the letter M.
Yes, that's right. She's next to M. Well, that's the stand for Cirilla not being here.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But you're on T.
Of course. Trish.
You're on Trish. Oh yeah, that's
Trish
true.
or Trash, whichever one. I
Well, it
mean, they both
depends.
start with T.
That's what I'm told anyway. Anyway, now it's not distorting. Oh, I like it. It's a lot better now. Okay, now I can sound better in my ear. So
That sounds
okay.
so wrong.
Well, why don't we get started since we're ready to go? I'm not going to do the RIPs the way that I normally do them because I'll tell you why later. All right. I went to the movies this weekend.
Ooh, what'd you see?
John Wick 4.
Oh,
That movie is freaking 3 hours long.
wow.
And it wraps up the John Wicks. So, really good movie, really action-oriented. If you like action, that's the one to see. But it's action-packed. And the stuff I heard about first off, Keanu Reeves likes to do his own stunts. So all the things that are going on, he did most of the stunts himself. And there's one scene in there in particular that I love. They're overhead, okay? So the camera's looking down as they're fighting. And they're fighting from room to room. So they had one long...
Kung Fu fighting.
Well, it was weird because they had one, like they were fighting in this room, and then he went this way. So you see him fighting, and then he goes in here and they see him fighting, and then he goes in this room here, they see him fighting. It looks like one long movie clip, which means they would have had to really coordinate that almost impossibly.
Wow.
Now, I got to tell you that when he was in this room, he did that whole scene without a break, and they didn't edit it whatsoever. When he did this room, he did that whole scene without an edit. But when he walked from here to there, that's when they changed for the edit. At least that's my suspicions. So
Leslie says, "Hi, Mike Trash," or "Hey, Mike Trash."
Hey, my friend, she is so successful. She is my hero. She is. I don't remember if it was Chicago. No, what was the name of the one you got on that was a big paying job? I mean, I know you're doing other big pay. She lives in New York, and she's doing all these big acting gigs, and I'm so proud of her. She's so good, and if I could only be as good as her, I would.
Your time will come.
I don't know. I think my time's running out. I think little by little my time's running out. Anyway, she's so successful, and I'm so proud of her because I see these things that she's doing, and she's one of those people that works hard. It wasn't given to her.
Poker Face.
Yeah, that was one of them. And didn't you do one that was like...
wasn't that a Lady Gaga song, Poker Face?
Well, there was also a movie, too. But wasn't there a medical show you were doing, too, that you were doing on a regular basis? Anyway, she's really doing well. I have some stuff coming up that I'm going to audition for in New York, but the logistics are difficult because I live in Pennsylvania. The logistics are difficult. But that's never going to stop me from doing anything. What's that?
Natasha texted me.
Oh, okay. You're so special to me. Oh, that makes me feel good.
Wait till she really knows you.
She's a sweetheart. I mean, I can't say... I don't have anything bad to say about her. She's great.
Team Rebels.
Well, we are. We're all considered the fearless rebels, but it just is really cool because with this group of people, I've got a special relationship with Leslie and David and Marcia and Tina, and it just is really awesome to be able to look at your fellow workers and feed off of them. Mm-hmm. And they do so much for me, and it's just really awesome because they're really great people, and I've learned a lot from a lot of them.
I kind of know what you're talking about because that's the way I am at work.
It's awesome when you have that situation.
Oh yeah, and no stress.
Yeah, not from them. The only stress we have is what we put on ourselves.
Yep.
And anyway, well, I could talk about that. That's one thing that's really cool. Yesterday. I was in Philadelphia and I was doing a movie with somebody. It's an animated movie. Now this is really funny because I have 3 parts in this animated movie. My first part is I'm a teenager.
Yeah, right.
And I get slapped and stuff. I kept telling the girl to hit me harder because she barely touched me. It looked so fake because she wouldn't hit me. I said, look, here's how you hit somebody with professional wrestling. And I told her how to hit me. And she just wouldn't do it. She just wouldn't. And I said, connect, make it look real. I'll sell it. Just connect. And she wouldn't hit me. She just like.
Here, I'll do it.
She didn't even touch me. She just like, and it was really horrible. But anyway, that was my one part. And then the second part I had was the bouncer at the club, and I got to be my
Brute.
Yeah, my tough self. And then the third part, you're going to laugh when I tell you about the third part.
I'm already laughing about the first two.
I was a dancer. I was a
Lordy.
background dancer. Me and this one girl, we were dancing, and we had to dance for like 40 minutes. We were back and forth, and it was like, well, what are we going to do now? Because we've done.
You didn't show her the Texas two-step, did you? Or
No.
Tennessee strut.
I was serious about my dancing, and I didn't want to give that one up.
Okay.
So, but it was really good. It was fun. But I was a dancer, and we danced for. It was funny because it was like, well, what are we going to do now? We got to dance again. Okay, well, we did everything like everything.
Hey, just think of it. That's a form of exercise.
Oh, it's not that. It was just everybody. We were supposed to be the background. We couldn't stand. We weren't allowed to stand out. So we had to do our basic dancing and just kind of. We made things up as we went, and just it was funny. But okay, so now. So I got 3 parts, and I guess this is new to me. This animation thing is new to me, and so one of the things that I didn't understand until we actually did it was that they were using us as markers when we were standing somewhere. So I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to be myself. They're going to probably paint over me and be
okay.
They'll use my voice, but I'll be
animated.
Animated. So. It'll be kind of cool to see how it comes out,
okay.
And that was a neat thing. So I've been doing that, and then so I did that for yesterday, and it was an all day thing. I was supposed to go today too, but I said I can't because I got the show. And then Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
I may not be in a band tomorrow. But I'll go into that a little later.
After searching for so long.
I understand, but you will understand when I tell you why. Anyway, so that was, anyway, John Wick. John Wick was a good movie. It was a 3-hour movie. It was part 4. Now, I thought I saw an idea for part 5, and I don't know exactly if that's true or not, but I thought I saw something where there is a part 5. And if there is, they're going to have to change up part 4 a little bit from what we believe. So that's going to be interesting too. So it was a good movie. I also saw Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, which was the thing that won all the Oscars.
Ooh.
And I got to tell you, I don't agree with it. It was okay. It was a multi-dimensional movie, and it was very confusing at parts, and it was okay, but I wouldn't have given it all those awards. I don't know. I'm just maybe I'm just
spoiled.
I don't know. Everyone was saying how good it was, and I was paying attention. It was really
confusing.
No, it was okay. It was just not the great movie they were saying it was. So I was really disappointed. But, last week I think I talked about my IMDb page, right?
Yes.
And I showed it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to...
You said you were going to start using that for a lot of the other information.
Yeah, because it'll save me a lot of work. I can put all the information in one place. I can give that link, or I can just tell them, look for Classy Mike Trash on IMDb. I'm there. And it's kind of cool when you look at it that way, because it's like someone doing your web page for you.
Right.
It's a real pain to add stuff to it, but it really looks good when it's all said and done. It gives me credibility. So that's that. So I saw those 2 movies. I can take them off the agenda. I'm not going to go too much into this. I liked the John Wick, and I didn't really think that every...
But wait a minute. If John Wick 4 was 3 hours long, is John Wick 3 4 hours long?
No, John Wick 3 will be 6 hours long.
Okay.
Because they have a formula.
Got it.
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
All right, so that brings us to the next section. Yeah, that's all I got in that. So, all right, boy, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. First one, in our death pool, we have someone has Dick Van Dyke.
That's what I wanted.
He's not dead
yet.
It was me. I told you. It was
Dick
me.
Van Dyke Shinny Shinny Bang Bang shows off injuries after car accident. So, I mean, he's 90
Something.
97, I think. I think that's what it was. Well, let's say it's 97. Yeah, he's 97. I don't think he should be driving, actually, at 97. Unless he drives that little chitty chitty bang bang car, then he can drive as long as he wants. But I just think it's weird thinking about this guy, 97 years old, and he's still driving. I mean, he's been driving probably longer than I've been alive when you think about it.
Yeah, that was the first one she picked.
Jesse just said, get on with the show.
Get on with the show. Anyway, Dick Van Dyke showed off his battle wounds Friday after his recent car accident, claiming the airbags didn't deploy. That's because he was driving the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car. It probably doesn't have airbags. Anyway, he's probably lucky he didn't get hurt. The beloved Mary Poppins star, 97, was spotted out and about with his wife, the 51-year-old. He's robbing the cradle there. An actual man. So, I don't know. He says he pointed out 2 stitches in his chin after the car accident. I'm fine. I'm sore all over. So, I probably should have rebooted the system this week because I haven't rebooted it for a while. And I had problems where it looks like it's shut down. Oh, we're back up. So, I don't know. It just kind of... Anyway, he apparently had just those little stitches on his chin there. So, chin-chimmery, chim-chimmer. No.
Yeah, okay.
All right, just a poor attempt at humor. Ray Liotta is having fun with his Facebook. Now, I don't know if you know or if you remember or not, but he's dead.
Yeah.
But his Facebook is alive and well. Hackers got a hold of it. And they're trying to scam people with his account, I guess.
No, I've had that happen.
What, you've had death? You died?
No, I've had people that have died that I know contact me through Facebook. My friend Kathy Brillhart. Your mom.
Father-in-law, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of my parents.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was going to ask him how Pam was because, you know, her being dead and him being dead, you ought to try to get her to contact me on her Facebook then.
Yep.
But anyway, Ray Liotta, Facebook, team trying to wrestle back control. Because as usual, you know, Facebook doesn't really do anything to help you with that.
Nope.
And I really think that I really think they should make people take some kind of class to get a Facebook account.
Yeah.
So that they know about being hacked and how they get hacked. And, you know, because there's still, I can't believe the amount of people that I know, that I see that are scammers that are still trying to, you know, steal accounts. And this week, I think I added like 4 people, and 2 of them were scammers. And it's like, you know, half the people you add are scammers nowadays.
Well, I can remember when Facebook first came out, and they were competing against MySpace. I'm like, oh, I'll never leave MySpace. And yep, now it's not even there.
Yeah, that's because everybody left. And the thing is, this isn't any better than MySpace. In fact, MySpace had some things that this doesn't have. You know, the idea that you can put your music up if you're a band and stuff, and it's really a shame in a lot of ways. But anyway, it says here, Facebook Ray Liotta's Facebook account is no longer posting celeb death hoaxes and sending out weird links to fake news. At least that's what his team is hoping. But seems like a mystery hacker isn't giving up that easily. Here's the deal. The late Facebook account started posting a lot of strange things like death hoaxes and news links and fake stories about Ellen DeGeneres, Bruce Willis, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, all of which confused and alarmed fans who followed the late Goodfellas stars. Here's one that it posted. Said that Bruce Willis had died. He had not died yet.
Not yet, because I got him on the Deadpool.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Late this week, a rep for Ray's team told TMZ that they're finally resolving the issue by reaching out to Facebook and working with them. But you know, the thing is, I'm still waiting to get my Trash Talking Radio page back from 2014. I still.
Well, they
I still-
probably think Mike Trash died, and they think you're an imposter.
But I still get like I get emails saying you have 356 messages, and I can't look at them because they lock me out. So I don't know, just sucks. But anyway, if you get anything from Ray Liotta, he's dead. So just know that way you don't get confused. Next one. Oh, this is kind of cool. Did you know that Muhammad Ali's grandson is a fighter?
No.
Now, I didn't know that either, but I know it now. His name is Biagio Ali Walsh.
Okay.
It's Muhammad
Say
Ali's,
that 5 times fast.
That 5 times fast.
Oh, you smart ass.
So Muhammad Ali's grandson, PFL MMA's, he's an MMA fighter. Biagio Ali Walsh talks differences in between, in the style between him and the greatest. As far as I know or care about, Muhammad Ali is probably the greatest fighter of all time. At least show-wise, showman's-wise. Maybe the greatest fighter of all time would be Tyson in his prime, because he had the hardest hitting, and he was no nonsense. He just went in.
Maybe he should have taught that girl how to slap you silly.
I'm glad he didn't, because he probably wouldn't have survived very long. But he's kind of cool. He said MMA fighting grandson may have gotten into the family business, but the PFL star doesn't fight exactly like his legendary grandpa. He always said, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I want to sting like a scorpion.
Ooh.
Honestly, this is what I would say my style's like. Ali Walsh told Babcock in a sit-down with TMZ Sports. You float, you're light, you're smooth, and when you go, it hurts. It stings. That's the kind of style I want to portray. And that's exactly what he's done so far in his handful of MMA fights. After losing his first contest by a rear naked choke, Biagio's looked incredibly impressive and powerful. This would actually make me want to watch MMA again, because he's a guy that is from, probably one of the greatest people ever in the sport. And as far as personality goes, he is the greatest, because he was the guy he's the one that, but you know where he got all his talking from?
Where?
Wrestling.
Ah.
He liked Gorgeous George, and the original Gorgeous George is where he got his talking style from. So he was actually a pretty smart man. A lot of people don't realize how smart he was, because they just think he's a dumb boxer. He wasn't a dumb boxer. He was a very smart boxer. But anyway, I do want to see him fight. I don't know what PFL is. I guess it's another, like, what's the other one called? UFC.
Yeah.
It's probably but I would love to see this guy fight, because if he has the heart that Ali had, it'd be awesome to see him fight. It says here, first he defeated Bradley Seaver by TKO in under 3 minutes in August 2022. Shortly after that, he signed with PFL. They pitted him against Tom Gracier, who only lasted 45 seconds. 45 seconds. The potentially scary part is that he's only had three amateur fights and only started training a few years back. I think I'm improving a lot. I believe I was blessed with athletic ability and ability to adapt too. I've been improving, staying consistent. I've been grappling, wrestling, doing jiu-jitsu, striking, and blending all martial arts, because that's what you have to do in MMA. I remember back when UFC first started, it was interesting to me to see all the fighters' styles.
Right.
And how they would, take, how nobody thought that wrestlers were anything, but wrestlers went in there and dominated the UFC. And then they had to blend their abilities because everybody had something to offer. And but it was just interesting to watch professional wrestlers who are long time laughed at for their fake wrestling.
Well, that almost sounds like something I saw that Rambo posted this week. He said that somebody had contacted him. You know, it was a relatively new wrestler, and he wanted to be on the show that's coming up on the 16th.
The one I'm on.
Uh-huh. But he didn't like John's list of pet peeves. And he goes, have you ever stepped inside a ring? Do you know, or, you know, are you just a promoter? And I'm thinking, dude, get your head out of your ass.
Oh, the guy who wanted in the match asked if Rambo stepped in the ring? Mm-hmm. That's an idiot.
Yep.
I really, if he doesn't know who John Rambo is,
exactly.
He definitely hasn't been in too much wrestling.
Exactly.
Because especially the fact that he is known in the independent.
Well, yeah.
And he was actually in Pacific Northwest, which was where Roddy Piper was, and a whole bunch of other people were.
I've already put my request in for my tickets.
Okay. I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what's going to happen yet, but I don't know what I'm doing yet. But I have an idea what I'd like to pitch for it.
Ooh.
I'd like to be the referee in the girls' match. I want to get back at that girl for...
Who, Autumn? She'd kick your ass.
That's why I want to get back at her. I don't want to fight her. I want to get my belt back.
Well, maybe
I want to bring it home.
Maybe you'll turn her over to the dark side, but I hope not.
That'd be nice.
I hope not.
But anyway. All right. Anyway, there's Muhammad Ali. There's him as a kid, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. So anyway.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah. By the way, for those of you that don't know what this is, these are earrings that my sister made for me. They're just not that big. They're not as big as this, because that would be really big on my ears. That would make my ears pull my ears down. Anyway, see you later, Leslie. Good to see you. Lady Gaga is on the next story.
I did ask for Alvin. It has been approved.
Oh, nice.
For Lady Gaga?
No. The 16th of September.
Oh. All right. Yeah, Lady Gaga's in. Now she's... Oh, I probably should have...
Did you know that Pat Benatar sang one of her songs? Was it last night? The most recent award show, she did a tribute to Lady Gaga and did one of her songs. I was like, I heard it on the radio going to work this morning. I'm like, wow, she almost sounds like her.
Well, that's good. Do you know why she's in the news?
Well, being that outfit that she has on is not a meat dress. Hold on.
No, don't. Oh, okay.
No, I'm zooming in.
Right. Do you know why?
And the way her makeup is, it has to do with something with Harley Quinn.
Yes, you are correct. She's the new Harley Quinn. She is the new Harley Quinn.
Wow.
Revving up Harley Quinn. She's looking to be I guess that means that the other Harley Quinn is no more. Well, I didn't expect it to be. Now, they're coming out with a new Joker, too. It's not going to use Joaquin Phoenix or whatever.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, him, too. I don't think he's going to be the guy. And they're redo the whole thing.
Oh.
So...
Hi, sweet girl.
They wanted to...
Hi, sweet girl.
I'm really kind of bummed that they're not using the same Harley, though, because I thought the Harley did a good job. I thought the Phoenix did a good job, too. Ready to go for her close-up in the DC Universe. She was on set this weekend for the new Joker 2 movie, and she's looking pretty clownish as Mr. J's right-hand girl. The singer and a ton of extras were on hand Saturday morning in New York City, where director Todd Phillips and company were shooting a scene for the forthcoming sequel to 2019's Joker. Well, we both saw the Joker movie. Mm-hmm. Did you see it? I think I'm pretty sure we saw it together, right?
Yeah.
But it was a pretty good movie, and actually, it was surprisingly good. It was,
Yeah, because I think you had to explain some things to me.
well, I was just kind of surprised that it was that good because I didn't expect it to be that good, but it was very good. So I don't know what they're going to do with it this time. I don't know if they're revamping it from the beginning or if they're going to continue from where it was. It's hard to say. But then again, they also made that movie that was the Harley movie, where she and the Joker had broken up, and she went through her phase where, you know, what are you looking up? Oh, the song.
Yeah.
What was the song that they did?
That's what I'm trying.
Well, while you're looking that up, I'm going to continue with my story. It says here, Lady Gaga could be seen in full costume and makeup as the clown prince of Gotham's famed love interest. And in these shots, she's coming down some courthouse steps amid what appears to be a massive protest with Gotham City cops everywhere. See, that's the kind of movie I want to get in. Also, I don't want to get off the path too much, but you know I'm a Walking Dead fan.
Yes.
They have split that Walking Dead franchise into a bunch of smaller franchises, and Rick and Michonne is one of them, and they are filming in New Jersey.
Ooh.
I would love to get on that set. I wish I knew the right strings to you know, pull to see if I could get on that set. That would be fun.
That's,
You figure it out?
no.
Hit me with your best shot.
No. Lady Gaga didn't do that for
She
me.
should. Well, Pat Benatar said she's not going to do that song anymore. Do you know why?
No.
Because it's about child violence,
Oh, yeah, no.
and she doesn't want to. The thing is, when you hear that song, you don't immediately think I want to hit my kid. You know, I think that she's just overreacting, and I think that song is a lot better than just that. So, oh no, Hell was for Children, not Hit Me With Your Bed Shot. Which one is it? Shoot, now I don't remember.
No,
which one
Pat
she said.
Benatar has
Yeah.
stopped singing Hit Me With Your Best
Yeah,
Shot.
yeah, I thought it was Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Okay. You're too quiet over there. Say something. Anything. Just come on. Talk to me.
Something, anything. Come on. Oh.
I didn't hear it. Come on. I'm giving you a platform. Talk. Which one? Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
Yes, it'll be a good movie. It says here, from the looks of it, Gaga's Harley is very much like Joaquin Phoenix Joker, namely quite realistic and not cartoonish, unlike the depictions of characters in DC films. And of course, with Gaga's version of Harley Quinn now out, well, it's not out yet, is it? The comparisons between her and Margot Robbie's iteration are going to start flying in film circles. Margot Robbie has been playing Harley Quinn for a while now, 3 films actually, and her portrayal was well received. I loved her portrayal of it because it's so weird, and so the way I would perceive Harley, and it'll be interesting to see how that is. Based on what we can glean from these photos and the vibe, however, something tells us Gaga's Harley might be a little darker and less giggly.
Oh, boy.
Well, that could be. That might be what it needs, too. I don't know.
That new movie, The Joker 2 is coming out next year sometime.
Okay, I didn't think it was done yet. I thought it was just in the works. Well, they just changed the DC Universe people in charge of the DC Universe. One of the people that was now in charge of the DC Universe now is James Gunn, who was in Marvel. And he did that thing with John Cena with the superhero that, oh, freaking A, I can't think of his name now. John Cena, hey, there's me. John Cena and DC Universe.
It looks like it's going to be on, this Joker is going to
Peacemaker?
be on
Peacemaker, yeah. So,
HBO Max.
Well, HBO, I would imagine it'll come out in the theaters first, and then HBO will release it after that.
I want to go see that
Expected
movie.
October 4th, 2024.
Okay. Well, I think it'll be interesting because James Gunn is the guy that did Guardians of the Galaxy. He did a lot of Marvel stuff, and him and another guy jumped the DC universe. DC's never really had a strong hold on the movie market. Most of the DC stuff floundered compared to what Marvel was doing. You know, so now they have a chance to turn that around, and they're going to have a new Superman. They're going to have, I think they're going to do a new Batman too. I think they're using James, or what's his name, Patterson as the Batman again.
Ann says they can't hear her very well. She needs to speak up.
Oh, that's because I turned her off because she took her microphone off. Okay.
Ooh, he turned me on.
Oh, that sounds awful.
I didn't mean to turn you on. I forgot that you had left the building. Elvis is
I
left
only
the
went out
building.
to the parking lot, but then I came back.
Yeah, I know, because you must have, it's like you freaked his phone and he goes, what in the world?
I didn't know
said
you
I
left.
told you
I
Ashley
said,
went out
"What you
there."
doing out there? I thought you left us. Anyway.
I didn't leave for good. I came back. I just had to go find something.
Well, you know the new Superman, or the new Super Mario Brothers movie's coming out.
I know. I want to see that one too.
And
So
also the Guardians of the Galaxy's coming out next
I
week.
am Groot.
But the other thing I'm anxious about, and not anxious about, but on Netflix, the one time I was going up to Belfont, I was on the bus, and I watched this special of Lady Gaga, how she has a health condition that I have, and how it affects her day to day, just like how it affects me. Because one day we can be perfectly fine, but the next minute there's times that we're in so much pain that we can't get out of bed.
Okay.
So I wonder how much that played into effect with this as well.
I couldn't tell you. I think that Lady Gaga's got a lot of access to things you probably don't have.
Oh God, I have, but no doubt. I mean, the medicine I take, I mean, it. How do I want to put this? I was on one medication that was helping, but then I got so used to it, it didn't help anymore. So my doctor changed me to another medicine, and it hasn't been helping.
Yeah. That's what happens once you get on things like a Percocet. I've been on Percocet for, I don't know, at least 12 years. And sometimes it helps, sometimes it don't. I was in so much pain when I got home last night from all the dancing and stuff, that being on my feet for so long, that I was in so much pain. It was horrible. About getting home and laying down, and that was it. I couldn't do a whole lot. So
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I had cracked my neck, and it was just like a normal crack, but I cracked every single, and I thought I actually did something to it, and I went to the hospital, and they gave me a shot of Toradol, which didn't even help me at all. And then before they left, she actually gave me a Percocet, and that was the first time after, like, going home, I didn't feel any pain from anything.
I wish I could say that.
But that's because I don't take it normally, like
Yeah.
you do.
I sometimes I get up and I'm actually feeling pretty good before taking anything. But today was, yesterday was really bad. Today,
But doctors also aren't giving out pain
No.
medication like that either.
no,
because
It's so addicting, and
it's not it is addicting. I will tell you.
I mean, it depends. I
but
guess it
it's
depends
not-
on who you are too.
It depends.
you use it
I was
for.
addicted to it for a while. I was taking 6 a day, and I only do 3 a day on most days.
And because
And,
they're like that, other people will sell them
Yeah, I
for
won't
money.
sell 'em. I
Right.
won't sell them. They're worth gold to me because if there's going to be a period where they stop, and I'm going to have to live on what I have left. So
Right.
I take I get prescribed 6 a day.
Mm-hmm.
I take 3 a day most days, and other days like today and yesterday, I'm probably going to be at 6 today. I'll probably be at 6. I was at 6 yesterday. I'll probably be back to my normal tomorrow because my back is so messed up. But we're going to do the, we've decided we're going to end up doing the DDP workout. And one of my doctors said if I work on my core, it'll fix a lot of my issues with my back, because my scoliosis might be better if I do that. And I think it's worth the try. Because most days I can get by with, you know,
a little help from your friends.
Well, but I like I said, I think at some point I won't be able to get the pills again.
Right.
And I don't want to be in a situation where they say, well, this is your last script, and then I have to figure out, because I've been trying to do the medical marijuana thing, but for me that it didn't really help my pain.
Right.
It does help me sleep, but I don't want to be sleeping all day.
Right.
So I'm actually pretty active for a person my age.
The regular medication I was on first was gabapentin.
Is what?
Gabapentin. That's what I was on first.
Sounds like something you would talk with.
Yeah.
And now I'm on Lyrica, and that's what my doctor and then it's like take Tylenol and ibuprofen to help, and it's like, but it's not helping anymore. Like that's not.
I was doing 16 to 20 Tylenol when they took me off the Percocet, and that just took the edge off the pain, and that was just too much, and I think I would have killed myself by now because it would have eaten my stomach lining up.
Christine says, yay, gabapentin.
Yay.
Yeah, but it doesn't work for me anymore. I was on like
Gabba Dabba Doo.
100, I think it was like,
No, it's Yabba Gabba Doo.
Is it? Okay.
I forget how many milligrams I was on.
Well, when I was on these before, I was on the 7s, and they used to help me a little bit, but I'm on the 5s now, so I am down as far as medication, lower than but overall, I will tell you, the past couple of years, my pain levels have been less. The stem cell stuff I had done in my knees, I think is still actually doing well and helped me a lot, but my back's gotten worse. My knees have gotten better, my backs have gotten worse, my shoulders are worse.
Well, she also took me like off my work. Like she cut me down to 20 hours a week at work, and that's still not like I'm still having pain on days and stuff.
What are you doing over there? Can't trust her.
Well, I can say that you're not carrying all that dead weight that you used to, because you're not
I
traveling
know.
with Cage anymore.
I'm all, yeah. Yeah.
How dare you be rude to Cage like that?
It's what he would always say, that he was carrying Cage. I'm telling you.
I might be able to actually carry Cage now. You know, the thing I think is funny is that I'm at a situation where I actually feel that I could be carried now. And all my time in the wrestling business, I was always afraid that I, would hurt somebody if they had to carry me. But now I'm not that heavy. I'm actually a lot better off. I'm actually kind of happy with my weight loss, although I can't fit in any of my clothes anymore. But, that's not a bad thing if you're this way and not the other way. So I'm just, I'm going to get a couple suits for when I go to my next photo shoot. And, just keep doing my thing. I don't know what I'm doing to lose it, but I'm losing it.
All I'm going to keep doing is keep talking to my doctor, see if we can figure out something. Hopefully.
It's crazy. So, I don't know. All right, where was I? Oh yeah, okay, Harley Quinn. All right, that's enough of Harley Quinn. Well, actually, that's not. There's another article here. This is the same one. Oh, no, this is the same one. It's the same one. No. Okay, the next one. I've got a couple really interesting articles. When I was at the movies, they showed a trailer for the next movie I want to see. Any ideas?
The Super Mario.
Actually, I do want to see that.
I do
but
too.
that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Oh.
There's a new Nick Cage movie out. And I like Nick Cage movies because a lot of them are campy. And this one's going to be campy. This one's where he plays Dracula.
Oh, jeez.
And it really looks really hilarious. It says, Nick Cage, I vaunt to strut my stuff. Stylish vamp fit pre-Renfield. So he apparently is got this. It's funny, when I first saw the picture, when I saw the trailer for it, I thought, that looks like Nick Cage. I couldn't think of his name. I said, that looks like what's his name, and it was him. And he's a guy that's not afraid to take these weird movies, because like the last one he was in was that one where he played himself. that was a great movie. That was a fun movie. But this Renfield movie is looking like it's going to be pretty funny too. So that's going to be the one that I want to see. I think it's coming out soon. But Nick Cage is set to portray Count Dracula in a new horror comedy flick that's coming out next month. But it seems he might be in character in The Big Apple. Take a look. And it shows that let's see, it shows it here. Yeah, shows him in this here. I don't know. It doesn't really remind me of Dracula in any way. And that doesn't remind me of Dracula.
Is he squeezing? Oh, I was going to say, is he squeezing the baby?
No, that was from another movie. He was in. It says check out that. Oh, here's his Renfield. I can't play it because YouTube will get me and yell at me about it. But it's really interesting how he takes this Dracula. It just looks funny. It looks really like a bad movie. Some movies are so bad you got to watch them. Mm-hmm. This is going to be one like that, I think. Considering his movie Renfield is coming out in a few short weeks, where he plays the most famous vampire of all, it makes you wonder if he was intentionally telegraphing gothy vibes here. So I don't know if you've seen it or not. They're starting to play it. It looks like it's going to be pretty funny though. So I love the fact that it's so campy, some of the stuff he does. So that's something I want to see. But also Nick Cage was talking about the Rust movie where the one guy was shot, or the one woman was shot and killed. They had the same armor, this person here, and he hated her and found that she was not very good at her job. So instead of Alec Baldwin being in all the trouble that he was in, maybe it should be her. Because apparently she didn't really know what she was doing. And that can be a problem when you get people that are supposed to be in charge of the armory and end up screwing it up, and that could be the reason that person died. So I don't know, I'm just kind of concerned about that, but we'll see. But he said that on the movie film, it says the armorer on Rust got an earful from Nick Cage when she belonged to his movie earlier this year, and it doesn't sound like he was confident in her abilities either. The veteran actor reportedly got mad and yelled at Hannah Gutierrez-Reed over the summer while shooting his newest flick, The Old Way, down in Montana, after she apparently fired off weapons around the crew without warning, not once, but twice. According to the Wrap, the 24-year-old rookie was allegedly complaining about a lot, not just Cage, but other seasoned people who noticed that she was out of her element. As for the supposed Nick Cage blow-up, Sharon Waxman reports that after a second time in 3 days of Gutierrez-Reed testing a weapon near everyone else unexpectedly, Cage yelled, "Make an announcement, you just blew off my effing eardrums." That's a problem. If someone is in charge of the weapons, they got to be right on point. When I was, I got weapon training when I was down in Atlanta, and they were very adamant. This was after the thing happened already with her and the movie Rust. It was shortly. We were there shortly after that had happened, because that was a big conversation that we had in the training. But it's pretty clear how you're supposed to do things when you're in charge of the weapons.
Well, if you remember the video that you shot in New Jersey,
Which video did I shoot?
no, wait a minute, with
you talking about the
Too Close to Touch?
Okay, the music video.
Yeah, the music video. If you remember, excuse me, they had a live gun there, and they asked everybody if they were okay with it.
Yeah. Well, that gun. If you remember when he was going like this. When he went like that, the gun fell apart and fell on the ground. That was funny. That was, but at least we knew that gun didn't have any weapon or have any firepower on it. So, anyway, the thing is, they ought to go after her. If they aren't going after her, they should. So, yeah, it's a shame because if you make one mistake, and the thing is, a lot of these people don't realize. You aren't allowed to take a live gun on set.
Nope. See, I would get a squirt gun and go.
Well, your movie probably wouldn't sell.
Probably not. But it'd be fun if they thought it was real. Say, yeah, it's a real squirt gun.
We'll think of that when we'll think of you.
Yeah, let me know how that works for you.
Okay. So tap bail money ready.
Yeah.
It's that Trish logic.
Yes, it is.
Kanye West is in the news again. Last time we
When is he
about,
not? Oh wait.
Last time we talked about him when he was a anti-Semite, when he was complaining about the Jews.
Is this when he changed his name to
Yay?
Yay?
Yee? Yeah, whatever it is. Anyway, he claims that the reason he's now pro-Jewish is Jonah Hill. This is so stupid. If people believe this is beyond stupid. But Kanye, of course, lost all of his endorsements and is not as rich as he should be because nobody wants to touch him because a lot of the people in Hollywood are Jewish, and you don't diss the people that are that are paying your bills. But he says he's no longer Jewish or no longer anti-Semite thanks to Jonah Hill. Now, do you want to guess why? How Jonah Hill had anything to do with it?
He led him to the
Oh, you're going to
Buddha.
love this. You're going to love this. Do you have any ideas? He watched 21 Jump Street.
Oh, Jesus.
That movie, 21 Jump Street, yes. I'm honest about this. This is not what... I would not... I thought maybe you had to sit down with him and Jonah said, look, my people aren't that bad. And, no, that's not. It says... Kanye says he's done a 180 on his views about Jewish people, and he's no longer an anti-Semite thanks to Jonah Hill. The rapper took to Instagram Friday night to announce that he was watching the 2012 film 21 Jump Street, starring Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, when he had his epiphany about the Jewish race.
Well,
really? I think if I was Jewish, I would have disowned Jonah Hill for that movie. I mean, I like the movie.
Wait a minute. If he was in the movie, he should have known that...
Yeah. No, Jonah Hill was in the movie.
Yeah. Okay.
But Kanye West apparently is behind on movies. He's about 11 years behind. Oh, by the way, we're coming up on our
Yep.
big anniversary.
Yep. Exactly. Wow. 20 years.
20 years.
Now I can say it.
Well, you can't. Because
Not
I didn't
till
have
December.
you till December. I didn't have you on the show until December. But the show itself,
Yep.
yeah, kind of crazy. Anyway, back to this. So thanks to Jonah Hill, says Kanye said watching Jonah Hill on 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people again. No one should ever take anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred towards millions of innocent people. Okay, so all right, that's not me. So who is this? Must be your shirt. Is that? Okay.
Where are you waving?
That is your shirt. Okay. your corner of your shirt. Well, they won't see it, but
Oh.
it's weird because they're See, when I do this, I'm covering. Look. Look, the monster's coming after her. Oh, no, look out. Ashley, look out. Well, people told me that my hand was showing up in the
It
picture.
was.
Yeah.
And anyway, she's gone. I killed her. Anyway, I thought I saw your shirt, but I saw your shirt on that one, not on the other one. Hey there, girl. What you doing?
Hey, sweet girl.
No,
Hey,
they're.
sweet girl. Well, just be thankful I didn't put my coat on, because my coat's green.
Oh well, that would make you disappear. A magic trick. Anyway, okay. He said.
Then you can make two people disappear.
He continued, no Christian can be labeled anti-Semite knowing Jesus is Jew.
Girl.
Jesus is Jew. All right. Thank you, Jonah Hill. I love you. Kanye's statements are hard to swallow given his recent professed love for Hitler. He went on in a prolonged scorched earth campaign against Jews as he alluded to issues he had with some execs in the music business. And it was all very ugly. Kanye went on InfoWars, hosted by conspiracy nut Alex Jones, and praised Hitler and the Nazis. He also hung out with white nationalist Nick Fuentes, and the two even flew to Mar-a-Lago for the infamous dinner hosted by Donald Trump. During an interview with Piers Morgan, Kanye doubled down on his anti-Semitic remarks, but clarified he was only referring to Jews who had done him wrong. This was in reference to an earlier remark he made about going DEFCON 3 on Jews. Again, hardcore anti-Semite. His comments led to a crushing downfall. Kanye became a pariah of some sorts within Hollywood and the music industry. His close friends dropped him like a bad habit, and he lost major business deals with Adidas. You know, that's the thing. The guy doesn't seem to realize how much money he probably made off of those things.
Did you test number 3? Mic number 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't.
What you doing, puppy? Well, they can't see what you're doing. But it's funny because my dog's like,
Hi, sweet
I guess
girl.
I could kind of. There's
Hi,
the dog.
sweet girl.
She's over there playing with things. There, we keep them in the. They're in their camera together.
Yay! We on a camera together, sweet
So
girl.
now we got the fourth member of the Trash Talking Radio Club. She's not a big fan of Kanye either.
Here, you want to say something? You want to say something?
Just want to lick your face or eat your face, one or the other. But anyway, so Kanye's been reformed
For how long?
until the next time.
Yep. Hey, sweet girl.
Let's see here. Let's see. Oh,
Oh, we got a heavy breather.
the one death that we have to announce is not really a celebrity as far as I'm concerned, but we'll bring him on here anyway. She's much cuter. Of course she is. She's cuter than all of us put together.
Oh, yeah, okay. I
She steals the show.
Of
Yeah.
course she does.
Gunter.
Gunther.
Storage Wars. Gunter and Renee Nazoda.
Nazoda. Yep.
Yeah, go through a unit one last time before his death. Gunther, I actually think he was kind of amusing. I like the show. I haven't watched it for a while, but I like the show. But Gunther is this guy here. He's this.
He was
He's
a
the
very
father.
heavy metal in Germany.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
yeah. He was very much into heavy metal. But the thing that's interesting is that you couldn't tell he was like Renee's father, because Renee, you know, they kind of look like they're kind of closer in age than they really are. But I always liked him because he was just funny. Because he's stupid funny, and most people on that show are stupid funny. But I got some catching up to do on their show. They have a new Shipping Wars. I noticed they started Shipping Wars up again with all new people.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to start watching that again because I used to love Shipping Wars, but the guy I liked is dead now. He was the best part of that show. Was this grumpy old guy who, you did it his way or he's just gonna walk. He was just so funny because he was just obnoxious and everything. He was awesome, but he's no longer with us anymore. So sadly.
But see, I thought Gunther was older than 67, but he isn't.
Well, that means that he's got to be like 47. I guess that would be right, because take a 20 years off about. So, but Gunther was just riot because he didn't have any business. He may have.
Renee's only 45.
Okay, I said 47. So.
Well, he has a birthday coming up on April 5th.
Well, we'll have to have a special show.
Yep. Next week's show will be for him.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a Renee. He's my least favorite guy on there. I swear he gives fat people a bad name. I don't know, but I don't even know who my favorite guy used to be Barry, but he quit the show a long time ago.
I think I like Jared.
And I like Jared till he got kicked off.
Oh.
When he and Brandy broke up.
I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but Dave Hester.
No.
He does entertain me, but
for the entertaining factor.
But what's the black guy that the one black guy is
Ivy?
funny? No, the other
Kenny.
Actually, Kenny makes me laugh.
I
like Ivy a lot.
Ivy always sings about Ivy.
Ivy's funny, but Kenny makes me laugh because he's not very smart in the way he does things, but he's just stupid.
Wasn't he the Prune King?
I don't know.
I thought he was the Prune King.
He was on the show in the original season as one of the guys that they checked in with. He wasn't even on the show as a buyer. He was on the show like they couldn't get into the one room, so he helped them.
Yeah, like he had to push the mattress back so that the door would open.
Yeah, it was funny because he was, but he to me is funny. I liked Jared a lot, and it just really bums me that.
I just like Dave Hester because of the annoying factor.
He turns out to be somewhat educational because he's just the smartest guy. Oh, well, you can't forget about Daryl.
Yeah.
Daryl is funny. He had some
the
good
gambler
wins too. Yeah. He never would have to work again.
Daryl.
Daryl, my other brother Daryl.
Yeah. All right. So he's dead.
So I had something interesting happen on the way home last Tuesday.
What would that be?
I take the turn to go up Market Street.
Oh, yeah.
And I get up there and I see a whole bunch of flashy lights.
And it wasn't Christmas time.
And they weren't after you?
No.
Okay, good.
There was at least two on this side, on the left side of the road, one on the right that didn't have, but looked down the street, and there was at least I saw at least one. There could have been more. And this was on 16th Street, by the way. I live on 18th. And come to find out a little later, there was a stabbing behind one of the churches. And it was a 22-year-old.
Well, as far as the church goes, there are people dying to get in there.
Oh, yeah.
So.
But it was quite funny because, I had just got off the phone with Mom. I took the turn and I was like, oh no. And I carefully went by as I went by. And then just kind of went home. But yeah.
All right. Gwyneth Paltrow's in the news. Do you know why? Anybody know why? Anyone?
No.
You don't know why?
No.
She's in a movie?
She wishes. She's being sued.
What'd she do?
She had she goes skiing, and she's not a great skier, but there was a skiing accident. Now, I skied once, and yes, believe it or not, I like skiing. It was just scary because, you have to have coordination. I was a teenager.
I was going to say, because the only time I've seen you at a ski lodge was in Liberty.
That was a crazy night.
Because then we went and did a wrestling show afterwards.
Was it after or before? I think it was before.
No, it was after because we left the ski lodge and went to.
Okay. Because it was skiing, so it was snowing so bad you couldn't leave. I don't know if you remember that part.
I do remember that part, and I remember I had the Jeep,
Yes.
and
So it
Pam
was
wanted to ride
after-
with me.
It was after the
After I left.
Wrestling event was after.
After.
I was before we went to the
I
ski
don't
lodge.
think so.
Yes, because how did we get to the wrestling event?
We had the Jeep,
We did not go to the wrestling event. We were
I know.
stuck. We were snowed in.
but we had to come home
That's right.
because we were going to, and we decided not to because of the
Anyway.
roads.
Anyway.
I can remember that.
Yeah, well, your memory has got really bad. Oh, you're back, I guess, or she's gone. So I guess you get your space back
Yay.
till she comes back again. Anyway,
It's okay. I
Anyways.
don't mind sharing with her.
nobody minds sharing anything with that girl. That girl's so fun. I love that dog so much. I just never thought after my relationship with the last couple dogs, I didn't think I'd ever be that close with another dog. But she just is so nice and she's just a good dog.
But I can really see.
young
I mean, I saw what you were talking about before, but I really can see what you mean now. Having a close relationship with a dog.
It's awesome. The unconditional love, you can't get that. Humans can't give that.
Nope.
And they're just, I look into that dog's eyes and she just makes me smile. Except when she poops in the sunroom. That makes me mad. She pooped in the sunroom 4 times last week.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, but other than that, she's got very few issues. But that's a big issue because she doesn't like to get her dainty feet wet. And it rains, and so she goes, "Oh, I'm just going to go here. Someone will clean it up. It always disappears."
At least Bear hits the bathroom.
Well, Bear doesn't have an entrance where
He has his own.
he can't come and go as he pleases.
He can get
She
in
can-
and out of his potty pens.
But he can't get outside.
No.
My dog can go outside. She has no excuse except for her dainty feet getting wet. So, anyway, so Gwyneth Paltrow is being sued because she was on a ski slope, and her and another guy had an accident, and
What'd they name it?
he's suing her. He wanted to sue her for over $1 million. The judge said the most I'll give you is $300,000. So he's suing her for $300,000. She's suing him for $1.
Oh, phew.
Well, it's just a symbolic thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the deal is that she claims that he hit her. He claims that she hit him. And so this is going
You
on.
fix your skis, call it even.
Well, the thing is that the bottom line is that people hit people all the time on the ski, on especially on the easy ski slope.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, people don't sue people over this. But this guy thinks it's a chance to get a quick payoff. He was a doctor and he's retired, and he's trying to get a big payoff from her. So here's what the situation is so far. This has been going on. This happened in 2016. And so Gwyneth Paltrow, I think she's a great person. I mean, I've never really, I'm not saying just because she's cute, but she seems to be a genuine person. This guy here is just, he just figures, oh, a celebrity. And I'll tell you why in a few minutes. So they played this animation of this ski trip. This is the animation that they played that shows you what supposedly happened. Okay, this is the animation. Now this is not a real thing. Okay, and they have, oh, let me see here. I got to turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. Where's the volume on this? Where's the volume?
To the far left.
Oh yeah, here it is. Wait, how do I turn it up? It's not turning up. Hold on. Oh, come on. When I was smaller, I could. Hold on. Hold on. Darn it. Darn it. Stop. I'll make this smaller somehow. Because I want the volume. Oh, I guess it could be playing and I don't even know it because I turned my.
It's
my
not coming through the
All
headphones.
right. So since we got this thing working, I might as well use it.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Jen. All right, let's see here. There it is. Okay, there is the volume. Oh, come on. Okay. Alright, so now we can do it the right way. Alright, so we're going to back this up. Gonna put it up front here. There we go. Now, Gwyneth is the green girl down there, and the other guy is the doctor. So let's see. How do we play it now? Don't see him talking. But anyway, so it shows that
All right, we're going to take this kind of piece by piece. Let's go to the very beginning. Do you know the Bandana Run?
Very well.
How many times have you skied that?
Well, I've been at Deer Valley for 40 years, actually. I would say that the Bandana Run has been there for about 30 of those, and it is the only access that goes directly from Flagstaff Mountain to the Empire area.
And do you recognize this, for instance, this little cabin there on the left?
Oh, yes.
keep in mind this is a depiction of it.
What is it, a private home?
It's a private home.
Do you recognize those? And I have a little laser here, if I'm doing this right. Do you see those buckets right there?
Yeah, those are green foam tubes that cover up the snowmaking. There's water and air, or water and electric, depending on what type of system they have.
And does that provide some landmark in where this collision occurred?
It does.
Okay. Was it essentially across from them?
What do you mean?
Where the collision occurred, was that sort of across from the snow equipment?
It would be in that general area, yes.
Okay. And then there's some people here. So who's the orange, the guy in the orange?
That would represent Moses.
All right, so let's back up. Were you hired by Miss Paltrow to help Moses that day?
Yes.
And had you helped him before?
This was the third time I had skied with him. Twice in the previous year, and then this trip on this year.
Would you lie for Gwyneth?
No.
Okay, so that was the lawyer for the, I don't know which lawyer he was, but and that was the instructor. So the deal was that Gwyneth took her son to learn skiing and was skiing with him as well. And supposedly, the doctor says, he was standing still and Gwyneth plowed right into him. She says the guy plowed right into her. So, now, the next clip. This I found very interesting because, first off, like I said, I went skiing once, and people do not sue over somebody that runs into them. It's one of the things that just happens. Okay, so this is also, here we go. This is the doctor, I believe.
This is a pretzel. And this is a hot buffalo wing. Do you know what this is? Old buffalo flavored pieces masquerading as pretzels.
What does this have to do with my neck?
They're flouting pretzel conventions. These Snyder's pieces aren't pretzels.
Why did you write I'm famous?
Oh yeah, this is, so her lawyer said, why did you write to your daughters after this happened, I'm famous? This is where he could have screwed himself, because he just had the accident and said, I'm famous because I hit someone hit me that was famous, and I'm going to take all their money. That's kind of what it looks like.
Again, my head was scrambled. All I was trying to do is desperately communicate with my kids before they heard from somebody else I got crushed. So I didn't pick my words well, not at all how I felt, and I really was trying to add a little levity to a serious situation, and it backfired. Little did I know that this is where to be.
Oh yeah, little did you know. And this is her.
For skin that never holds you back, don't settle for silver.
Freaking A. Why is it so loud? It doesn't need to be that loud.
Number 1 for diabetic dry skin. Number 1 for psoriasis symptoms.
Stop. How do I? Let's see. How can I turn that off?
You're sweet.
Let's
You're
see.
sweet girl. Come here.
Gotta think how I can do this.
Yeah.
I think there's a way to do this.
Here's my sweet girl. There's my sweet girl.
NDI. Oh, this would be it. Okay, so if I turn this,
Here's my sweet girl.
turn this. Oh wait, that turned it on. How do I turn it on? We don't need this. So
Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah.
gotta figure out which one of these is the culprit. Okay, that is not feeding in. It's gotta be this one. I'm gonna turn this. Hold your ears up because I don't know which one it is.
Symptom relief. And number 1 for eczema symptom relief. Gold Bond. Champion your skin.
So this here, she takes the stand. Testify.
I couldn't see in the back of my head.
Sure.
But I felt a body press against my back.
But there was no grabbing, like nobody that he didn't like grab your waist or grab your
No,
arms?
not at all. No.
Like that?
Nothing. I said, "You skied directly into my effing back." And he said, "Oh, sorry, I'm sorry."
Right. And that was you screaming at him while he's on the ground still. Right?
I was yelling at him.
Pretty loud. Pretty forceful.
I was pretty upset.
Somebody's tried to get $3 million from him.
Wow.
But said they can only sue for $300,000. She's countersuing for $1. It's stupid. It's really stupid.
They should be like that.
For skin as alive as you are, don't settle for silver. Harness the power of 7 moisturizers and 3 vitamins to smooth, heal, and moisturize your dry skin. Gold Bond. Champion your skin.
Council here. We also have Kristen Van Norman and Peter Sorensen. Altogether, we are honored to represent Terry Sanderson here at the end. Thank you.
And the defense.
Thank you. My name is Steve Owens. I'm here in town at a firm called, well, I should say Salt Lake City, at a firm called Epperson and Owens. This is James Egan, Noreen Aburama, Peter.
Into the back of Terry Sanderson. She rides us back down. They hit the ground hard, and Miss Paltrow bounces off of Terry.
Taken out from behind.
Directly, still photographer directly on my client's face, already transmitted nationally. So I'm mad. The decorum order we spent a lot of time on.
That she somehow left him an unconscious man and bolted and it's I can tell you we believe it to be utter BS.
Objection, Your Honor. Argument. You're supposed to present what he's going to show, not argue it.
We believe it to be. It's fair. It's fair, isn't it?
Oh, sustained. It is bordering on argument, counsel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
6/2016. Miss Paltrow is skiing at Deer Valley with 9 people, including her 2 children, her future husband Brad Falchuk, his 2 children, and 4 Deer Valley private ski instructors.
By the way,
she's skiing with her 9-year-old son, who's.
By the way, her kids' names are
Apple. I saw that and I was like, okay.
Apple. And I forget what was the son's name was.
Moses.
Moses, yeah, that's right.
Beginner. Just so you know.
Dangerous for her are really stupid. Like, do you know Taylor Swift? And how close are you to Taylor Swift? All because Taylor Swift was suing for $1 to one of her lawsuits, and personally, I think that is really not really important, is it?
No.
Who cares? No.
Reckless and reckless. You decide. We need your help. The community.
Objection, Your Honor. This is argument again. Sustained.
Okay, so it says here Sanderson initially sued Paltrow for $3.1 million in 2019, but a judge later ruled that he could only sue for $300,000. The actress is countersuing for $1 and $1. Now Gwyneth Paltrow comes in. Because I can't figure out how to turn them off.
And this was an accident that happened in 2016?
Yes.
Well, why has it been tied up in court all this time?
Because it is. I don't know.
Okay.
COVID, probably.
I can do this.
Courts are tough.
Luxury that lets you feel infinitely you.
He was trying to figure out a way to make more money off of it. So she's now in the Utah court. They're going to say what her it's really some of the things they asked her.
Okay, let the record reflect the counsel and their clients are present in the courtroom. This is the case of Terry Sanderson versus Gwyneth Paltrow, case number 190500048, beginning trial here today. Would you please swear in?
Altogether, we are honored to represent Terry Sanderson here at the
honored.
Thank you.
Thinking of that big paycheck. He did not have
Distracted skiers cause crashes.
Didn't have the significant-
Defendant Gwyneth Paltrow knew that looking up the mountain and to the side while skiing down the mountain was dangerous.
He had 4 broken ribs, he says.
Loss of enjoyment of life. Really?
Yeah, I like that one. It is without merit. It's somebody who said, "Oh, if she's a star, I'm going to try to make money on her."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, come on with this. Oh, I could turn it off that way. Why didn't I think of that? I should have just thought of that. That's how we do it. So there. We'll look at the pretty girl without any words or music or anything. She's talking to herself in the car.
Ooh. I like her earrings.
Yeah. Okay. She doesn't have any MT earrings.
No, she doesn't.
So there.
They're trademarked.
That's right.
Sir, thank you so much. Thanks for coming. What an honor. Well, for me too. What a real honor, sir. Nice to meet you. Such a honor. So encouraging. Yeah. I mean, in so many ways to see just the women.
Wait a minute. That wasn't all of them. Huh. Well, the one. Is that it? Oh, here we go. This is a good one. All right, there's Gwyneth Paltrow says here wants an apology for the guy being an ass. Hey, you know.
Shut up, Trish.
What?
I was going to say, I didn't know Cirilla was there.
Oh.
Oh, he went to sleep. He's not even listening.
Okay, here's the.
Oh, I guess you get a 0 now.
Yeah.
I was being an ass earlier. You are. It was wrong for me to triangulate you, your dad, and your sister, and your mom. And I ask for your forgiveness.
It says here, for those of you that are listening, the plaintiff Terry Sanderson had daughter Polly Sanderson testify in his Park City, Utah civil lawsuit against Gwyneth because he doesn't have the same love of life. During cross-examination, a lawyer for Paltrow, Stephen Owens, grilled Polly about her dad. He asked her about her dad's divorces, about his relationship with his sister Jenny, who backed out of testifying, If you back out of testifying for your dad, that says something out of you.
Yeah.
When asked, Polly disagreed that Dad was verbally abusive towards Jenny during the accident, and said he could have done better with her mother and his ex-wife, but was not characterizing him as abusive.
Mr. Owens?
I need to apologize. I was being an ass earlier. You are. It was wrong for me to triangulate you, your dad, and your sister,
So this
and your
would be on
mom.
Court TV. I should take a look at that.
And I ask for your forgiveness.
Well, is this playing over again? I think it played over.
I think so.
Yeah. Huh, okay. They haven't got to the questions about her and her $1 thing and Taylor Swift and all that. I was trying to find that. That I found interesting. Play it again, or is it going to be open? It seems long here.
Mr. Owens?
I need to apologize. I was
again?
being an ass.
The guy apologizes too
Yeah,
much.
it looks like it's just looping.
Let's see here. That's a different case altogether. Okay, I guess we'll skip this, but we'll continue with the story. I'll just read it to you because, maybe there's clips further down here. Nope, there aren't. Okay. Anyway, it says here, during the 5 days of trial on Monday, it also included the testimony from the 76-year-old Sanderson as he explained the reasoning behind an email he sent to his daughters with the subject, "I'm famous." Again, my head was scrambled, but I was trying to do desperately communicate with my kids before they heard it from somebody else. I didn't pick my words well. Oh, he already said that, all that. Civil trial should end probably this Thursday.
Wow.
So I just think it's really funny how people think they can make their money off of somebody who, just because they have money. It's kind of like, well, they got more money than me, so they should have to pay me.
Get rich quick.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody else I know.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So they have. Did you watch Wheel of Fortune? Mm-hmm. Do you watch Wheel of Fortune? Mm-hmm. I don't. But there was contestants of WWE Week, and they made an. I'm going to ask you if you know the answer to this before we.
Okay.
Okay. So the screen
Inappropriate
shows,
guess. Okay.
There you go.
Ooh.
Do you know the answer? And if you do, just save it for a second.
I got the last two words.
Okay. Let me know when you got it.
I just know the last two words.
Okay. Well, don't give it yet.
I need more letters on that first one. Oh, I think I know what it is.
What's the category?
I don't know.
Phrase, probably.
It's a phrase of some sort.
I have no idea.
And in some cases, it could be fun and games.
It could be, but
I think I know what it is.
All right. Well, you want to give a guess?
Playing with balls.
Well, congratulations. You're wrong. But you're right in one sense, in that that's what the WWE guys said. So, you do have something in common in that you said what they said too. And it was considered inappropriate. So it's not playing with balls, it's playing with dolls.
Oh, jeez.
So we got Xavier, and we've got McIntyre there. I don't know who that is.
That's probably the contestant.
Oh, okay. And so apparently, this was controversial.
Well, that's why when it said inappropriate, that's why I said playing with balls.
Yes.
Because I figured, okay, that would be inappropriate on TV.
Yes.
But they could have made a dodgeball, a kickball, a baseball.
Basketball. So anyway, when it comes to solving a puzzle, Wheel of Fortune, every contestant is different. Sometimes the geniuses with these ability to solve with just one letter on the board, and others don't look as good as they struggle to figure out the puzzle that has nearly every letter on it. But it was considered a bit not safe for workplaces. This week, Wheel is running a special WWE tournament that sees 3 regular players teaming up with 3 guys, 3 pro wrestlers. towards the end of the show, there was a puzzle under Fun and Games category, and the board showed those letters there. A contestant named Tracina, along with her partner, two-time WWE champ Drew McIntyre, guessed playing with balls. Their
Well, he
competition,
probably meant the soccer ball, the softball, the baseball.
right. Their competition, wrestler Xavier Woods couldn't hold his laughter. He and his partner Mike were able to come up with their winning answer, playing with dolls. Host Pat Sajak responded by uttering, "Mercifully, we're done." He approached the pair to congratulate them, telling Xavier, "You're trouble." Shocked Xavier retorted, "Well, what did I do?" So, we got the clip of it if we want to watch it. Let's see.
Yes.
Fun and games.
Playing with balls.
Nope, still time.
Playing with...
Playing with dolls. Yes. Trouble. But what did I do?
He didn't do anything wrong. He just, he didn't even answer.
Somebody had a dirty mind.
He didn't even answer it, though.
I know, but she was
we know
probably
what her thoughts are. We know that she wants to play with balls, so. Anyway, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I play Wheel of Fortune on my phone all the time, and remember, you and I used to have competitions on trying to solve them with just one letter.
Then there's a...
And I remember us making up each other's puzzles for each other.
Now, there's a thing on McMahon, Ed McMahon, Vince McMahon. There's a thing about hush money. I mean, the reason he lost his WWE leadership was that he got in trouble with things that he's done, and this basically talks about all the different things that he does or that he's done in the past that people are not happy with, and some things you know about, some of the things you don't know about. What's it say? She's an imposter. Oh, I showed Mike before we sent them in the air.
About Jenny Paul?
Oh, yeah. Well, who knows which one's the imposter? Might be the other one. You never know. I've never seen them in the same place at the same time.
That's true.
I've only actually seen one of them. So, anyway. This so Vince McMahon has what's it say? Awesome, hun. Congrats, Miss Y'all. Okay, so some of the things he's been known to do was the Jimmy Snuka murder. He helped cover that up, and that's a big deal. And also Owen Hart, when what are you laughing at? Owen Hart died. Don't
No, Jen's comment says, "I'm the real deal, baby."
Yeah. What is it now? Your phone just goes off the hook here. Jeez, girl.
It's Natasha.
Tell them you're working. You don't have time to work. This is your day job or something. Anyway, so another controversy is when Owen Hart died. He kept the show going. I think that was the right thing to do because people paid their money, and I just don't know how they could have handled that any other way, but people think that the show should have stopped then. Also, he's done some pretty unethical things. It says here, allegations, let's see, when he was, that was a tough decision. If you have to make a decision on the fly like that, do I cancel the rest of the show and figure out how to pay everybody their money back, or do I continue the show and I don't know how I would have done that myself because there was a lot of people involved in that. And tell her to shut up. Turn your thing off.
See, they are off, but
I can hear it.
Yeah, she's one of the few that overrides the silence.
Well, of all people, I think she should be silent.
And sometimes, actually, when you have your phone on silent, it'll say that her phone's on silent, but it also gives me, with iPhones only, I think it says notify anyways.
I see. But anyway, so that's some of the controversies. Then he paid off people for some scandals that he apparently was cheating on his wife with these women and paying them off some hush money for that. So there's all kinds of things, but there's a book in the book. It says they claim that on a late night in Kansas City, McMahon had settled for a technician who hadn't worked with the WWF before, which for significantly less, which is the reason why Owen Hart's dead. It's because he got someone they didn't ever use before. It's also says about the origin story. McMahon was actually adopted, and his father that adopted him had abused him.
Ooh.
And that's why he was an angry guy. And it wasn't until after he found his father, who happened to be Vince McMahon Sr., that he found out about the wrestling business and all that stuff through his father. So, I mean, his father, of all the people in the world, was a truly a legend in the business. But, you know, a lot of stuff, like he told her to forgive Snuka for abusing her and not to cause any problem with the police and stuff. And she didn't turn him into the police, and then she ended up dying. So how bad is that? So anyway, there's all kinds of things, controversies and all that that are coming out in this book. So I don't know what the name of the book is, but I don't know what it says in here. But
Probably Vince McMahon, the other white meat.
yeah. Allegations. Let's see. There's all. I mean, there's really kind of sad. It's sad that there's all this stuff going on. But oh yeah, there were some ring boys back in the, I want to say 90s, that were claiming that Pat Patterson and the ring guy were molesting them. And it wasn't true with Patterson, but it was true with the other guy. I can't remember the guy's name, but there was all kinds of stuff, and they paid him off. So, I mean, that kind of stuff happens, and it's
Yeah, I know,
it's,
but
it's
still.
it's a shame, but it does. You know, he's still the executive chairman, and you know, you can't take the business from him. It's still his business. You know, he owns most of the shares. But I just think it's kind of weird that that's going on. Anyway, now off to the. Oh, did I forget? Oh, yeah, I did forget something. So I want to play something for you, and I kind of. It leads into my next story.
Okay.
My next story is why I'm leaving the band.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's important to explain because.
Well, you've been wanting to join a band for a while.
Yes, I did. And I don't want to leave the band, but I'm tired of what's going on.
Okay.
So what's going on is this is a big band. There's 7 of us. The bass player has been the biggest problem with the band, and he was fired last week.
Uh-oh.
He was basically the hardest guy to deal with. He wouldn't show up. Of all the times I've been there, I've been in band practice like 6 weeks. He hasn't been there for 3. Okay, and he complains about everything. Okay, I understand and I expect that we should do something with him. So they got a guy who tried out last week, and he might work out. He's kind of cool. He likes the music and stuff. And at the end of the practice, the guy in charge of the band called a meeting. And I figured he was just going to explain what's going on. And he kind of explained what's going on, but then it took a bad turn somewhere.
Oops.
And he said we're going to continue, and whether it be this new bassist or another bassist, we're going to continue with this. And I thought that's good. And then he said we're going to make another change, and we're going to take. Now, first off, I want to remind you that I had
2 songs.
4 songs.
Okay.
Maybe 5. I don't remember. 4. I think it's 4. But we were working on a 5th one. And he said, we're going to take 3 of those songs and give them back to the original guy that was singing them. Which meant I have 1 song. Okay?
Yep, it's time to go.
Yeah. And I said, well, okay. He said, and what Mike Trash is going to do is he's going to work on harmonies for all the rest of the songs.
Nope.
Meaning I'm going to teach people how to sing harmonies.
No.
And I'm like, where'd that come from? And I thought, that's odd. And so I didn't say anything during the whole thing. And I thought, huh. So when everybody left, it was just me and him and his girlfriend. I had a powwow with him. And I said, why did you do that? He said, what did I do? I said, well, why did you humiliate me in front of everybody? He said, why do you think I humiliated you? I said, well, because first off, you took all the songs I had where I was working on, I had 4 songs plus, well, I said 4 songs because I think I said 6 songs because I was just angry out of my head. And then I counted them and I really only had 5 songs. Why'd you take all my songs? And he said, well, I just thought maybe, because you sing so high. Well, I don't sing high. He goes, I think they should do those songs. And I said, okay, and what am I going to do? Well, we might find some other songs for you. I said, and what am I supposed to do the rest of the time? He goes, well, teach everybody harmonies. I said, I can't do that. I can teach myself harmonies. I don't know how to teach everybody harmonies. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of I'm going to play a song. I'll play a couple songs that are in question as to whether or not I do them well. So here's the first one. And I played this before, but this is the newest one. This is from last year. So you can actually hear the newest version of this song.
Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to go? Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to rock? Would you like to do a number with me? Would you like to do a number with me? Would you like to? Would you like to? Would you like to do a number with me? Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready to rock? Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready to rock? Would you like to do a number with me? Would you like to do a number with me? Would you like to? Would you like to?
Did you hear anything? Did you hear any bad notes? You hear me singing off key or anything? Stop coughing into my microphone.
Sorry.
The thing is that this is not a hard song to sing. It's relatively easy, and I actually remembered it now. Now we sung, which. And this is a song that has a long intro. And by the way, the last time I did the song so well, YouTube came back and said, session the week before when the bass player was out. And the one person made a comment about me taking away songs. I didn't take any songs away from either. The guy that was leading the band, like made the decision that I am going to lose them all. It really sucks because I work hard on it. There's another singer who has been doing the same songs every week, and she sounds exactly the same every week. She makes the same mistakes in the same places every week, and he didn't take anything from her. Now, why? Why didn't he say anything about her? His reason?
He's married to her.
No. Oh, he said, he said that I, like her, am a professional musician, and she is a garage musician, garage band. I said, so? Well, I didn't want to compare you two. Well, maybe you should have compared us. General idea. Here's a third song that I had, and I don't think I played this one on the air, so this is the first time you're hearing this.
Don't stop your practice on account of me. I'm doing what I gotta do. I want to tell you a story about a woman I know. When it comes to loving, she steals the show. Ain't exactly pretty, ain't exactly small. But you're the 56, you can tell she's got it all.
The other song I do, where is it? Here it is.
Go!
So do you hear anything wrong with those? I really don't think I think
I don't
nailed
think
them.
anything either, but putting myself in the other guy's shoes,
Okay, which other guy?
the one that's being an ass,
Yeah.
the first few songs, it sounded like maybe you were, I don't want to say straining, but you were really stretching to sing it loud. Whereas the last one,
Well, that was the thing I've been saying all along is that that I'm singing stuff like the AC/DC is out of my range. And I
Right.
told them we need to change the key of it, and they never did that, and they need to do that because that is I can hit the notes, but I have to do it right. I mean,
Right.
like this past time, I thought it was the perfect way. The other two, the other three that I played, I don't think I strained at all for. And the last song, I don't even. The last song, I will probably. I don't have a recording of it on here, but it's way out of my range. And I keep telling them this is not the way you should do it. Anyway, so then I said, look, what are we going to do then? What's my point in being here? And he said, well, maybe we can find some other ones for you. I said, well, what about I've been pitching you songs for a long time, stuff that I've already done, and you keep avoiding my question. He said, well, because originally we were supposed to all show up with 5 songs that we wanted to do.
right?
Well, I showed up with 30 songs that we wanted to do. Well, you take 7 people and give them 5 songs each, that's 35 songs. That's enough almost for a whole night. But that's okay, because I figured other people wouldn't do their homework, and I had a bunch of songs that I've done in the past.
And what about duplicates?
And duplicates too, but I said to myself that I wanted to make sure that I was prepared for them not having enough songs, and I thought I'll do a bunch of songs that I know I can do and I can do well. So I had all these songs. Well, we never even came up with that because the conversation didn't go that way. So anyway, I said to him in our little powwow after everybody left, I said, what about, what do you expect me to do while I'm here? I mean, I'm going to be sitting here listening to you guys sing. And he said, well, we can find some stuff. So I said, why? I've already got the stuff. And I said I would send him the links. I sent him the links on Thursday. Haven't heard anything. And tomorrow's practice. So as far as I'm concerned, that's just telling me I'm not interested in your stuff.
Yeah.
And then I just decided and one thing I did do was when I left there last week, I took my microphone with me and I took all my stuff with me, and I told him I think I may end up quitting. So he already knows that I'm thinking of quitting. But we haven't talked since then, and he hasn't made any attempt to talk to me. So as far as I'm concerned, that just means you aren't valuing me as a performer.
Right.
So I would rather than waste my time, I just would rather not play. Because that girl, I like the girl. She's a good person, and she can sing, but she is doing songs that isn't built for her.
Right.
She's doing songs that are men's songs. She's doing Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train. What in the possible blue moon is she doing that for? That is a male song, and I used to do that song. Actually, when she wasn't at practice the one week, I did all of her songs. And I did them all better than she does them today with her having lots of practice. Now, I didn't do them perfect by any means, but because some of them well, every one of them was all new to me. But I have the capabilities of doing them better. And every week, my stuff has been better. Every week, her stuff has been the same. She makes the same mistakes every week. And yet, he's picking on my vocals? No, that's not how it works. And because I'm a professional, what the fuck is that? Oh, I'm sorry. What does...
What the fire truck?
I mean, it tells me that he doesn't know what he's doing. And then I ask him, well, why aren't we doing Van Halen? Well, I can't play like Eddie Van Halen. I said, who can? Nobody can. Eddie can't even play like Eddie Van Halen anymore because he's dead. I said, if Eddie Van Halen played like You Really Got Me the way the Kinks played it, why would you listen to it?
Well, your sister just said it best. They don't deserve your talent anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way I feel. I really feel that way, and I feel that at this point, I'll find something else.
Oh, yeah.
I may not find it tomorrow. I may not find it next week. I may not find it till later But I'm only, I'm going to be meeting with some music execs later on this year, and if I put on a solo album, I don't need any of them. I do like most of the band. I really don't think that the person that's running the band should run the band because he doesn't have an open mind. He's very, very, it's my way or the highway type thing. And that's not the way a band should be. Like his girlfriend said, I think this thing with them picking the songs is all wrong. I don't think it's right. I said, why isn't that right?
What's she doing? Sitting there doing nothing?
Well, of course she does nothing. she just has her opinion that we shouldn't have the ability to pick songs. I said, let me ask you this. When the thing about a band is it's a group of people. It's a band of people. You have to give them some say, or they're not feeling like they're in the band.
Right.
And we picked a song Friday, last Wednesday, when we were jamming. Somebody started playing the song "Creep," and somebody kicked in, and they ended up doing the song. And I said, you ought to add that song, and they did. And you should have seen how happy everybody was that they added a song that they could pick. And that's the way it should be. The band should have say in what the band can play, and not one person. And that's what it's all about. And she brought it up again. She goes, I don't like the idea that everybody picks the songs. I said, that's the difference between you and me. I'm in the band, and I like others being able to pick songs. One person should not pick all the songs, because then you get stuck in a rut, and you don't get diversity. And she doesn't understand that, and I don't even know that he understands that. I think he's a control freak, and he wants to keep doing it his way. And that doesn't work. People do not do that. That's not what it should be. And so that's.
So you take your microphone and go home.
I did.
I know.
And now I'm going to take my mic out of the case that's his, and I'm going to give him his case back. Because I don't need to have someone telling me, well, you're a professional, therefore you can do less songs. That doesn't even make sense to me.
No.
I'm a professional. Okay, I should be doing more songs then. And I've been saying that all along, that, you're giving me 4 or 5 songs and you're giving her a whole set. That wasn't even sitting well with me. Well, now I have one song. I'll give up that one song for my freedom. I don't want to sit in a place. My time is too valuable to sit there and listen to them jamming all day and me not be able to sing. That's just not going to work. And since I haven't heard from him, it tells me he doesn't respect me and he doesn't want me to participate in the band. So if I'm not going to participate in the band, I'm not going to be in the band. So, there is a slight chance it could change tomorrow, but it's almost 0 chance. It's really close to 0. So
don't give him our zeros.
No.
Okay.
He doesn't deserve our zeros.
Good.
So.
I work hard for my zeros.
Yeah, well, I work hard for something. I work hard for nothing, I guess.
You work hard for your money.
All I know is, that I would rather do nothing than do one song a night or even, if I told him, I was told I was going to be the face of the band and you just took the whole face away from me. And if I can't have half the songs, I don't want to do it.
Right.
And that's just kind of where I left it. So, but I want to explain to you guys that I don't think I failed.
No.
I think they failed me. Mm-hmm. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to miss jamming because I like to play, but I'm not going to miss the politics and the crap that they put me through. And most of the band is cool. Just, the guy that's running the band shouldn't be running the band. All right, back to news. A man is found dead in his home. Why? Why is he dead in his home?
Because he had a heart attack.
Okay, do you have any ideas? Why is he dead?
He was poisoned.
You're close.
What?
You're really close. Man found.
No.
Man found dead in his home.
No.
Crawling with dozens of venomous snakes.
Stop.
I'm serious. This is a real story. This is a real story.
Stop. You're giving me goosebumps.
Yeah, but here's the funny part about it. Apparently, there is well, first of all, a law that you can't have venomous snakes. And this guy is, got these venomous snakes, and I had my older brother liked snakes.
Ooh, no.
And used to collect snakes when we were kids, but
no, thank you.
I'll tell you a funny story. When I was, I think it was 3rd grade, we had a show and tell, and I had him bring a snake in for show and tell, and the snake clamped onto my hand, and I was like freaking out because it had my hand.
No, thank you.
But anyway, so here's the deal. A man was found dead Tuesday inside his house in Pennsylvania that had dozens of venomous snakes, according to the police. But the victim, whose identity hasn't been disclosed, did not die from a snake bite. And the coroner has yet to determine the cause of death. He was found dead in his bathroom inside the house, where 3 other adults and a 3-year-old girl were found also living. A roommate who lived in the house called 911 to report a 23-year-old man unconscious. 23 years old. Now, it says that the autopsy found that the snake bite on the wrist that he had was an old wound and not relevant for the to the death. And he said that the cause of death could be revealed within 2 or 3 weeks after a toxicology report. So the man housed 200 snakes, including 60 venomous snakes, which were kept in latched enclosures. And it said that the fine, how much do you think the fine was for each venomous snake?
$2,000 each.
Okay. What about you?
I would go $4,000 each.
All right. I'm going to tell you that it says here the fine is $1,000 per venomous snake.
Wow.
So he had, what did I say, 60 or something like that? So that's 60
Wow.
venomous snakes. Yeah, he had 60 venomous snakes. Oh, by the way, the officer's name? Jim Bologna.
Oh, jeez. I'm surprised his first name isn't Oscar.
Could be. It could be Jim Oscar Bologna. So, yeah, I thought it was funny. But 60 venomous snakes, that's crazy. You know, people that want that kind of stuff, like those venomous snakes and venomous spiders and stuff like that. Why? Why do you want that stuff?
I saw an episode of Injury Court that this guy had spider bites that were all over his body that actually they had eaten his skin alive, and he was trying to get, because he just moved into this new place, he was trying to get compensation for it. Well, here his ex-girlfriend came in on the
defense.
Yeah, not on his side. We'll say that.
The other side.
Well,
Okay.
It depends what they were suing about, or if they were being sued.
The guy was suing the company.
Yeah, she came in on the defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she came in saying he had a spider habitat.
Jeez.
So therefore, the spiders most likely came from that and stuff. And the girlfriend actually had a picture and put it into court. So then the judge threw out the case.
Well, that's like saying you don't like a dog. You know, you don't like dogs, but you have a puppy. You know?
It's crazy people. Ohio State, this is crazy. Ohio State student plunged to his death in Mexico.
Uh-oh.
Plunged to his death. How do you think he did that?
Ate a hot pepper.
When you hear this, you're going to say...
Well, he plunged to his death. So he fell out of a building.
He jumped off a cliff.
He did fall off the building, yes, he did. What was he doing?
He jumped off the roof.
Why?
Because he ate a hot pepper and he wanted to go in the water to cool down.
What he did was... This is the stupidest thing. He was trying to help another guest. He was jumping from balcony to balcony, and he apparently didn't quite make it.
He's not Superman.
He apparently is not as coordinated as he thought he was. Yeah, he took a dive. We know what it's like to take a dive, but not that way. So this guy gave up his life because he wanted to show off and say, "Oh, I can get you in your place."
It's like that joke that I read the other day that there was a guy sitting in a bar and he was taking this. He took a drink and then he would fly around the building. Well, somebody else come up in a really bad mood. He says, "Look, dude, take a drink of this. It'll make you crazy because you can fly around the building." So the guy would take a drink. He'd fly around the building. The downer guy come in. Didn't do that for him. Well, after he left, the bartender says to the first guy, "Superman, you got to quit doing that when you're drunk."
Jeez. That's crazy stuff. Gotta quit doing that. Nevada man. Okay, so you may run into this one, so I'm going to teach you something.
Okay.
Nevada man turns the table on his squatters. So he has a house and he has people squatting there.
Right.
Which means they're not paying the bills, they broke in, they got a place, and they're living on the squatting.
So you taught me when you read this. Okay.
Yes, I did. He figured out a way to get rid of them.
Burn the house down.
By squatting himself.
Oh,
People are crazy. I swear.
No, I like my house too much.
Yeah, well, that's not a bad thing. The squatting, all he did was he moved in. He was renting to him, and he moved in himself, but he, kind of squatted the place himself. So, they can see what it's like to squat, I guess. I don't know. They could get a squatty potty. Anyway, let me get to the story here. It says, oh, come on, stop it. Okay, Nevada man, handyman turned the tables on the squatters who invaded his mother's house after local officials said they could offer no assistance in getting them out. So what the guy did was he said in a YouTube video, the trouble began after his father died and his mother could no longer live in the family home, which was put up for rent. A woman who identified herself as a prison guard reached out to him and to rent the place, but couldn't offer any money or credit. So Shelton turned down the woman, but she was apparently undeterred. She ended up having a truck of furniture literally moved into the house. See, here's the stuff. Anyway, I started hearing from the realtor saying that this lady and people are in the house and it's full of furniture. And I started getting reports from the neighbors who noticed lights on in the night and cars in the driveway. Local police and the sheriff's department said there was nothing they could do to help. So he said, "I'm sorry, we can't enter the house and it looks like they're living there. You need to go through the courts," a potentially lengthy process. So Shelton had an idea of how to beat the cons at their own game. All I needed to do was point out that we do the same thing they do and occupy the house. If they can take a house, I can take a house. He wrote up a lease agreement with his mother, making him the legal tenant of the property. Then he loaded up his car, packed a gun just in case, and set off on the 12-hour drive. He then arrived at 4 a.m., waited for the squatters to leave the house for the day, and entered while they were out. While the squatter and her granddaughter returned, he confronted them, telling them they had to be out with all their stuff ASAP. The conversation was polite and anonymous. And the anonymous vagabond apologized for the inconvenience. "I'm really sorry for all this," she said. "It's a nightmare and beyond. The squatters bolted a day later. I think just the fact that I was there was enough. It was actually fun to do, and I won't lie about it. I'm glad to be successful." In the follow-up video, the handyman cautioned people against taking his approach. Not everyone should walk through the door not knowing what they're going to find. So basically, he went there, said, "You're out of here."
Right.
But the thing is that you can't really do that in a lot of places. A lot of places won't let you just, you can't get your house back. But this person, the woman, was actually cooperating. I think if I don't know. I don't know a better way that you could do it. That's the way I would do it too. I would just show up. One time I remember somebody was buying a car from me, and they disappeared.
Ooh.
And I only got like $100 for the car because the guy disappeared. Well, I tracked him down, and what I did was I sold him the car, but I didn't transfer the title and stuff. I took the license plate off the car. He couldn't drive it. And if anybody would have said something, I would have called the police and said, I don't know where it is. It's my car, but it was stolen. So he ended up paying me because I took the plates off. Trash don't play.
Nope.
Whenever some people owe me money, they got to pay me.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, I learned that lesson from you because you found out I lent a supposed friend of mine some money and then never got paid back when I worked at Walmart.
You never got that money back?
Nope. So
I know what it's like not to get paid back. When you lend people money out of the goodness of your heart, there are times you do not get money back. There are times that I was not paid back. But I will get paid back from now on. It can be as little, huh?
I said I paid you back.
Yes, you did. Did I lend you money?
You didn't lend me money. You bought something off of Kylie, and things weren't ordered, so I had to pay you back.
I wouldn't have worried about that because it was Kylie.
I know.
But thank you.
I do have to say, though, she did feel really bad that it didn't, even though technically, in a way, it wasn't her fault, she actually did end up calling me and was, or no, I was up there and she was crying to me and she goes, Mommy, I feel so bad that it didn't get turned in. I did all that work and, you know, you sold all that stuff for me too, to, you know, your friends down there, and now you have to return it all. And it's like, Kylie, things happen. And
And we didn't hold it against her.
I said, Kylie, when I explained what happened, they were okay. They got their money back. Whatever.
I just don't like people that scam people out of money.
Yep.
Right.
Because that's a horrible thing. So, but anyway, that's all good. He changed, my sister said he changed the locks and put in cameras. So, this one's really bizarre. California woman found dead by her mom at ex's house. So this woman here was told, get away from that guy. That guy's not good for you. Get away from this guy. He's got all kinds of, trouble. And she was a beautiful woman. And she stuck with this guy, and it ended up killing her. Guys can be in trouble, a lot of trouble. And this is one case where it turned out bad. This woman, she was too young and much, much too young to die, but she was at her ex's house, and her ex ended up killing her. And the thing is, the signs were there. This guy was an abusive person. 24-year-old California nurse was found dead by her mother in the home of her ex-boyfriend, who was free on bail on domestic violence charges. What in the world do you need more than that? If your ex has got domestic violence charges, especially if they're from you, but you probably want to stay away from them.
Well, a lot of places, I don't know about California.
Why are you taking pictures of the screen?
Because I wanted to show my boss tomorrow when I go into work that my headset disappears.
Oh.
It causes
They just see the hole in your ears.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got a hole in your head.
Well, I know that.
That must be how the Trish logic gets in.
Hey!
Yep, that's it. It's a one-way street. Goes in, doesn't come out.
Fine, I'm going to take my laptop and I'm going home.
Fine. Are you better there than here?
I have to think about that one.
Are you happier? Let's try it that way.
My puppy dog's there.
Okay, I can't argue with that.
Okay.
Anyway, it says here, Morel Mateus. Her name is Morel Mateus. Her mom said that she sensed something was wrong March 17th, so she went to the apartment of her daughter's ex-boyfriend in Anaheim. where she made a horrifying discovery after opening the unlocked door.
Well, she should have had a PFA on him. But, well, that
What does that do? That
Yeah, I know.
doesn't keep the dumb woman from going back to the idiot.
That's true. Why are you looking at me when you say that?
Because you should know better. You've been on this show long enough to know that that PFAs don't mean
Yeah.
anything.
No, she's not back there, Ashley.
When I found my daughter dead in the bathroom,
I had to look.
It was I who found her dead in the bathroom.
All I could think of was Rebel and Stephanie.
It was not the police.
And the
the
kids.
system had failed me, it says. The family said that the ex-boyfriend, Aaron Romo, 36, had a history of abuse, and they filed for a restraining order late last year. It says Anaheim police said that they received reports of suspicious circumstances at 2:30 p.m. at the apartment when they found Morel's body. So just because she wasn't smart enough to stay away from the guy,
Don't look at me.
But you're right.
I didn't do nothing.
what's she right about? What'd she say?
No.
She's had some PFAs put on people in her lifetime. That's
3
all.
on one person. And the person's still in my life.
Mm-hmm.
What in the world what is wrong with you?
Yes, but now, since that person lives up there and she's down here, they're able to...
Kylie's dead.
You know, he has changed. He's got somebody else in his
It's a
life.
different person than I was thinking it was.
Yeah, no, it's not that
Kylie's
one.
dead.
No, that asshole, no.
But I have to say,
hey, this is a family show, sort of.
I have to say, I am so glad that his and I relationship now is where it is now
it makes a
than
big
what it
difference for the
was.
child, especially.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That you're doing, that you're not fighting all the time and stuff. But yeah, all right.
Yeah, because I remember how he was trying to say, "Oh, you can't move down there," and oh, yes, she can.
And remember when she would come down for the weekends, he would send clothes with her, and saying, "Oh, she had to wear this day, this day, this day," and he wanted it all back because his mom bought it.
All right, here's another one that's interesting. Michigan's first female cop pressured into oral sex with married officer.
Oh.
This, I definitely, I gotta say, I don't
If
know
she's
how,
an officer, yeah.
but
no.
I don't know how you women deal with this kind of stuff because, like, I have a friend who has, she tells me that people, even on Facebook, first thing they get is a dick pic. It's like, what kind of people out there friend you so that they can send you a dick pic? And this is worse because this is actually a physical thing here where, being pressured by another officer, and a married officer at that. I just don't understand people sometimes. But anyway, it says here, the first female...
I have one.
You have a dick pic? Pic of a dick. Okay. By the way, it's not what you would think.
Hold it up.
I gotta figure out I don't think they can see. It's a pic.
With the name Dick on it.
Yes. So, a dick pic. So, anyway.
I knew I had one.
I thought I had
Send me
one,
that.
but it turned out to be something else.
Send me that. I kind of want to.
What, the dick pic?
Yeah, I kind of want to.
I thought I had one, but it turned out to be something else.
Anyway, the first female cop ever to ever serve in the small Michigan town was groped by a supervisor during a twisted initiation ritual, and then forced to have oral sex with a married patrol officer.
I won't get in trouble for sending you a dick
You
pic.
might. I don't know. You have to ask. that was good.
But it's not one.
Cockpit, yeah.
No, it's not. That's an actual hen.
Oh, okay.
But I thought it was a rooster.
I've been in a hen house once or two.
Mm-hmm. Rue.
Anyway, Teresa Williams.
Maybe he grabbed her. And
Teresa Williams, 35, claims she was relentlessly sexually harassed during her 4 years for the Royal Iron Mountain Police Department. Just because you wear a badge and you're a cop doesn't mean that you are above the law. It doesn't mean that you treat people however you want. In October 2017, just weeks after being hired, Williams was coerced into making out with her direct supervisor at a bar. And it says here, Dumaeus, the force's deputy director of police services, allegedly pressured her into doing a fireball whiskey shot and then kissing him in order to be initiated into the police department. It's just wrong. She was cute too. She is cute. So it's just a shame. I mean, I don't know how you women put up with that stuff. And I realized, yeah, she stayed for 4 years. Just insane. I just don't know how. I mean, guys are jerks. It embarrasses me to be a guy most of the time. So anyway, here's a. Ever worked for a Family Dollar? Either of you?
No.
Oh, you would love to work.
But
for this.
Cirillo has.
Oh, this is a perfect job.
No.
This is so crazy. Family Dollar worker arrested for shooting a shoplifter over 10 times, nearly killing him. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine, like, if he stole a Twix or something.
Probably a pack of bubble gum.
Actually, it was something really cheap. I forget what it was. I've been looking again to see what it was, but it was just, what? Why?
He gets trigger happy.
See, the problem is now she's up for attempted murder. Whereas before she was just a worker at minimum wage or whatever they pay at the Family Dollar. She ruined her life over.
Sweet girl.
I would have said, take it. Just get out of here.
Come here, shiny.
And just report it. Rather than, I'm not going to put my life in danger. I'm not going to,
I see you.
Says here, a Family Dollar in Arizona was an employee was arrested for shooting a shoplifter who slugged. I'm sorry. He slugged him in the face. When the worker asked him to leave, he slugged him in the face. But the employee, Kevin Madrid, encountered the alleged serial shoplifter inside the Phoenix store near 68th Avenue and warned the suspect to stop stealing and exit the dollar store. The pair began arguing, and the shoplifter punched Madrid in the face, at which point the store worker pulled out a gun and openly fired.
Wow.
He allegedly shot the suspect 10 times and said, "That'll teach you." He didn't say that.
Say, he should have did it with a squirt gun.
That's just nuts. I mean,
I'm sure
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with America, but where in the world?
Is Carmen San Diego?
I was just gonna.
Well, he probably had to move there after shooting the guy.
Hey, sweet
For some
girl.
reason, I thought that was a woman that shot. That got shot, or that shot him. But yeah, I guess because the picture looks like a woman. But but anyway, now the guy's going to go to jail probably for aggravated assault.
Hey, sweet girl.
It says, yeah, here it is. Madrid was ultimately charged with attempted murder. Don't take your gun to school or work. So, oh, this is awesome. So you're going to Bible study.
Okay.
And, you kind of think that you want to do your Bible study right? Well, what you do is you stab your wife to death during Bible study. God said I'm supposed to stab you. I can't make this stuff up. But look at the guy. The guy looks like he would stab you. Doesn't look like this guy would be at a Bible study unless he was there to stab him. Did you see him?
Maybe it was it was a cutout Bible where he hid the knife.
Maybe. Yeah, it could be.
Hi, Cheyenne.
It's just, I don't understand.
Hi, sweet girl.
I just don't understand. I mean, unless he was a satanic guy that wanted to prove that you're not safe with God.
Actually.
Because when could it have been worse than the guy killing somebody at a Bible study is probably the worst thing you could think of when you're killing someone. Well, you make sure that God knows that you did it. I'm just like amazed at these people. Let's see what we got here. I got a bunch yet. I got to find the good ones though. All right, I'm going to say the worst story of the day, and then we can go back from there. It'll be because we can recover from that. Now that if I do it now, we can recover from it. You know there was a shooting today, right? Or was it yesterday? I think it was today. May have been yesterday. A shooting at a Christian school. Did you hear about that?
I've heard something about
Here's
it.
the story on this. This is sucky. I mean, it doesn't get much suckier than this. So at least 7 dead, including 3 kids, after the transgender shooter opens fire at Nashville Christian Elementary School. First off, it sucks that any children had to die over this, because you know why? The person didn't want to live anymore. It didn't have anything to do with, they weren't getting revenge on anybody. They just decided that they could die by cop. And it was a female to male transgender. So, but the sad thing is that these kids, man, I'm so saddened by this. These kids were just going to school, you know. And they didn't expect anything like this. 7 people were killed, including 3 children, after a transgender woman, and actually should be transgender man because I believe it was a female to male, opened fire inside a private Christian elementary school. You would think that you'd send them to a private school like that because they'd be exposed to less elements.
Right.
Not this person. The person here that killed them was a former student of that school. And so police said they received a call at 10:30 a.m. about an active shooter. So 10:13 a.m. they were at the school pretty quick, and at the scene, police heard gunshots on the 2nd floor and rushed up the lobby. There's actually footage of their cams of them running up there, and you actually can see the person being shot. The person wanted to die. They had this person sent out.
There are better ways to do that.
It's such a shame because these kids didn't deserve this. And the staffers didn't deserve this. So the person's name was Aubrey. I think it was Aubrey Hale. I think was the name. Maybe it was Audrey Hale. I think it was. So she got up on the 2nd floor. She had 2 assault rifles and a handgun, and she had sent out messages earlier in the day to her girlfriend that she didn't want to live anymore, and she was going to make sure she doesn't live anymore.
There are too many suicide hotlines out there where somebody can call for help.
Yeah, the problem is that this person wasn't looking for help. It was Audrey. She sent out, her final messages were sent out, I'm planning to die, is her last message. She sent it out to her girlfriend. Here's footage of her from the room, the upstairs. And she basically made a post, says basically that post I made on here about you, that was basically a suicide note. I'm planning to die today. And Hale wrote using the name Aiden, and according to the messages, and it was to her friend, last name is Patton, I think. But anyway, and she wrote, "This is not a joke, and you'll probably hear about me in the news after I die. This is my last goodbye. See you in another life." She signed it. and that's the person she was writing to. How would you like to be that person, having guilt for the rest of your life that this person killed a bunch of people, and you were the last person that they talked to?
Yep. Nope.
But not only that, what how do I want to say this? What led up to that?
What triggered the person?
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't explain that at this point.
Because I know that out there's people that are against it, so they make really rude comments and stuff.
I don't know. She did have mental issues prior to this, and it's just sad. She said she didn't want to live, and she's sorry, and I'm not trying to upset you and get attention. I just need to die. I want to tell you first because you were the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my entire life. My family doesn't know what I'm about to do. One day this will make sense. I've left more than enough evidence behind, but there's something bad about to happen.
So why did she go to the Christian school too?
Because she went to school there.
Oh.
But she went to school there she's in her late 20s, so she went to school there a long time ago. So it just is sad because these little kids had to die because of an idiot. You know, she gunned down 3 9-year-olds and 3 staffers before she was fatally shot. Now keep in mind, she told people at 10:16 or something. The police took her down at 10:27. So it's not like they had to wait around. So it's just really sad. I just, people like that, I have no sympathy for because they've killed a lot of people for nothing. I mean, it's not like those kids, those 9-year-olds did anything to her.
Right.
And those staffers or whatever. She just picked them off because she wanted to die. So she took and I hope she goes to hell because she's put a lot of people through it. So she deserves to go through hell. I don't know. I'm just really kind of sad. The body cam footage is crazy because these guys are running up and they're clearing each one, and when they get into the room, they shot her, and she just, I wish they could have got her before she got the other people, but it doesn't happen that way usually. So, but that's a couple stories we can get off the table here. Then we got this Kia Soul.
Kia.
Yeah. This one I got from my sister. This Kia Soul launched 10 feet in the air.
I saw that, and
what in the world?
All I could think of was Shannon.
Oh, yeah. Well, dramatic moment. Kia Soul is launched 10 feet in the air on the highway, and the driver walked away with no injuries. Yep. I'm like freaking out, seeing what in the world's going on.
Yep, I can only think of Shannon.
Oh man, she wrecked a lot of cars. Mm-hmm. It's just sad. I remember the one guy gave her a car, and she didn't have to pay for anything except her own insurance and transfer of the title, and she totaled that car. It was crazy.
And we're coming up on her 1-year wedding anniversary, which would have been Saturday.
Yeah, it's sad. It's just...
I might have to take a trip out to the cemetery. Because I had pictures come up on my phone of memories of her, and it's just like...
Here's the video of it. This is crazy. Oh, come on. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't come up with a commercial. Did you see that? Freaking crazy. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hopefully we go. Where's my earphones? It will come up and play. So, or maybe it won't come up.
I chose to get into this industry to help people.
Here we go. Watch. Now what happened was a tire flew off this truck and hit the car. Watch this. Oh, here's the Kia. But that pickup truck.
Oh!
But what's the chances of that happening?
And then the tire goes and chases it.
Yeah. But I mean, what are the chances that a tire is going to pop off at that exact moment? That's just insane. Like, you could see that there's the truck. He seems to be doing okay. And what are like, if I was driving down the road, I'd think it was somebody who was in to get me, trying to get
Go
me.
get your tire.
Boom. And that's like out of a movie. Wow. Just really insane. But yeah, that's try to get the control of this back. There we go. Oh man, that just blows me away. Well, it blew him away too, or her, or whoever was driving.
Go get your tire.
I just can't imagine, like, you want to talk about someone being out to get you, or you having really, really bad luck.
Ian says that footage was caught on a Tesla cam.
Ah, see, Teslas are great. That's just crazy. You know, there was a chocolate factory that blew up over the weekend.
Yeah, I heard about that in Reading.
Yeah. At first I thought, oh no, is this Hershey? And then found out that it wasn't, so that's good. Yeah, 2 dead, 5 missing, 8 injured. That's crazy.
Well, there went that chocolate.
Yeah, that's what happens when you steal chocolate. Yeah. They put out false chocolate so that it was supposed to explode.
Imitation.
Explode in your mouth.
What if it melted in your hands?
Ooh, melt your hands. Yeah. So
it explodes in your mouth and not in your hands.
That's it. Something.
I'm sorry.
Not sure. But it's insane thinking about that. An update says officials got ahead of themselves this morning and are now walking back the death tolls. There are only 2 instead of 5. But the chocolate factory exploded in broad daylight Friday, killing 2 people, injuring 8 others. And says the images are insane. This is the chocolate factory. So
I bet you Charlie did it.
yeah, jealousy over sales or something. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. You know, one of the things that always upset me about when people were like killers that are told they're going to die, that they won't let them die by one way or another because it's too painful or whatever, you know, or they run out of the stuff to inject your arm or something,
right,
so it's put off again. Well, an Idaho governor says, I'll tell you what, here's a better idea. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to have a firing squad execution.
They may run out of bullets.
Well, personally, I think there's enough bullets out there to do the job. That see, I just think it's funny that a lot of these guys are killers and they don't want to have them experience pain and stuff while they're dying. Well, why not? They've caused a lot of pain for the other people's families and stuff. Why shouldn't they die and feel pain? You know. Personally, I'm all for execution style if you can find people that would actually shoot at them. But, you know, it says...
put antlers on them, and I'll bet you have a bunch of hunters that would do it.
The legislature passed the measure March 20th with a veto-proof majority. Under it, firing squads will be only used if the state cannot obtain the drugs needed for lethal injections. Personally, I don't really care. I don't think they should have that choice. I think they should just kill them however they didn't, in many cases, or most cases, or all cases, they didn't ask the person that they killed, how do you want to die? Do you want to die with drugs? Or should I just kill you with a gun? Let them die. Let them die the same way that they killed somebody else. I'm not, I'm not very pro people having that choice. Speaking of which, you worked at Walmart. Mississippi police fatally shoot a woman holding a Walmart worker hostage.
Oh, jeez.
Our police officers doing the job. Hey, I personally think if you hold somebody hostage and you get killed, hey, sorry about your luck. But that poor woman there, she didn't deserve to be scared out of her gourd that somebody was going to hold her and kill her. You know, she ended up, they did the right thing. You know, we got to stop being so easy on these guys that we know are guilty. The ones we know are guilty, let's just take them out. You know, no reason to be easy on them. They aren't easy on the person that they're scaring and stuff. So, yeah, plenty of volunteers with bullets. Yep. I would even donate the bullets. So, the problem is there's no incentive not to, to do that. Oh, okay. Here's a good question I wanted to ask you, and you might know the answer to this. I doubt that you're going to know the answer to this. It's a generation thing.
Okay.
I didn't know the answer to this thing. Okay, a TV news anchor was taken off the air after quoting Snoop Dogg during a broadcast. All right.
Okay.
Sounds innocent enough. So she was doing a report, or wait, she's the news. She's the news anchor. Okay.
I saw that headline, but I didn't read it.
You didn't read it. Good. Did you read it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to know if either of you know the answer to this. And do you know what she was fired for saying? First off.
Probably something racist.
Well, that's very general. Okay. But so you don't know.
No.
You know what the person was fired for?
Mm-mm.
All right. Do you know she was fired for saying, faux shizzle my nizzle?
Oh,
do you know what that means? Do you know it? First off, do you know what that means?
No.
It's carny.
Oh, okay.
But do you know what that means?
It's like for sure or something like that, I think.
No. For faux shizzle my nizzle, the faux shizzle is okay. The nizzle is not. Nizzle is...
Change the Z to a P.
No.
Oh.
Nizzle is... It's for sure my N-word. Now, I'm white, you're white, you're white. Did you even know what that meant?
Nope.
Okay. That's what she was fired for. Now, that white woman had no idea what nizzle was, and...
She probably heard it someplace.
How would she? She just listened to the song and said, okay, I'm just going to quote Snoop Dogg. She got fired for saying that, and she had no idea. And I've heard other white people say it too. So they apparently don't know what it means, or if they do, they don't care.
Wow.
I personally think it's a stupid reason to fire somebody because she didn't know what it meant, and I don't know what it meant. I mean,
no, but as an adult, maybe you should know, you know? I mean, no... Employers will fire people for anything.
Well, that's right.
Remember how threatening I was when I was at home?
Well, I do know that. I know you're a troublemaker.
I'm vicious, yeah.
You're a troublemaker.
I try.
And you're good at it.
Somebody has to perfect it.
Is that it?
Yep.
Well, there's a few rebels out there. You happen to be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So...
See, I don't find trouble, it finds me.
I don't know about that. I believe you find trouble.
What's the matter, Cheyenne?
Alright, so let's see, that was that. Let's see, oh, okay, this is a good one. Didn't actually get me down here. So this girl is a server, and she didn't get tipped.
Uh-oh.
Now, when you worked as a server, and you didn't get tipped, what do?
Nothing, just keep working.
Okay. What about you?
Ask them if I didn't provide a good enough service.
That is actually, that is the correct answer. What?
Gotcha on that one, Mom!
Well, I mean, employers will fire you for that.
Mm-hmm.
But it says here, I'm a server, here's a controversial way I deal with non-tippers. Now, you know, a lot of people don't care that whether they tip or not. And a lot of people don't care if your income is by tipping. Some people will never ever tip you. It doesn't matter whether you give a good service or not. They just won't tip you because they feel that they shouldn't have to tip you. So this girl, she's got a lot of guts, because she actually will go up to you and say, I noticed you didn't tip. Is there anything I could have done better? And has not been fired by this employer, because this employer is okay with them doing it. Most employers aren't. What are we laughing at? I'd like to know.
That happened to me.
You didn't tip?
No. Michael and I went to Angie's one night for dinner.
Okay.
And as we were checking out, Michael put the tip on the card, and the guy looked, and he's like, wasn't the service good enough? Because I think Michael put like $5 or something on it. And the guy's like, I was like, dude.
And he didn't tip well enough? Why? What?
I think the guy was asking for more.
And how much did he tip?
Michael tipped $5.
And how much was the meal?
I think 40. So that's like an 8.
That's horrible. I mean, 10% is $4.
Yeah.
So 15% would be like $6. I mean, it's not.
But it's just that guy.
What?
Is that why you were laughing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I that's the only reason why I said that, because I remember that story happened to pop in my head, and that's why I answered that answer.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about tipping, is that I think it's difficult because,
You know who would really give a good opinion on that? Keith.
I mean, it's subjective as to whether what do you consider a good job or a bad job, and it's subjective of like when I go out to eat with my sister, I may pick up the bill and she'll pick up the tip.
Mm-hmm.
One time I saw her give a $20 tip on a $40 meal, or whatever it was that day, and when I was out when I went out to Indiana, I gave a $10 tip on I think it was a $20 meal.
Or even Natasha. When you get Natasha started on tips, oh brother.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's if that's how they make their money.
Some of it, but like in Natasha's case, sometimes they have to split it.
That's the thing.
That's what we'd have to do with ours. Ours are to put in we have this box that's there.
See, that I don't agree with.
Or if they put it on their card, it's in like a generated pool, and we have to split it.
See, I don't like that at all. I don't mind tipping the girl that or the guy that serves me, but I don't like it when it goes into a pool, because that means even the bad servers are getting money.
In a case like hers, if you're getting serviced at the register, instead of having somebody to come to your seat, you're going to want to tip that. And then that includes the cooks, the dishwashers.
But they shouldn't have to tip the cooks and the dishwashers. Those people
But they're part of your meal as well.
But
I've had people also directly say, do these tips go to you, or do they everybody? And I say they go to everybody, and then they'll pull out like a couple dollars, or some. I've had people $5. Okay, here. Well, and then I have to be like, oh no, I can't take that. And then on some cases, I've had people say, no, you're taking this, and
see, I have a problem. I don't see the problem is if you're tipping the dishwasher and you're tipping, that means the employer is just cheap.
Yeah,
and he's expecting the people to pay for that. You shouldn't expect the people to pay for that. The reason for the tip of the waitress is to make sure she does her job. The dishwasher's going to do his job whether or not.
The dishwasher makes minimum wage. A cook makes minimum wage. A waitress gets less than minimum because they have to count their tips as income.
That's why I'm saying I don't mind tipping the waitress. I don't think I should tip the dishwasher. I shouldn't tip because they're going to do the same job regardless of whether they get tipped or not. And I personally don't mind tipping the waitress, but I should not be tipping everyone in that building just because the waitress did a good job.
I always try and tip if I can. Now sometimes I can't, but And then if I can't, then the next time, I always try and tip a little extra. Now, it may not be to that same person,
Right.
but at least I know that I did that.
Well, it just sucks that you have to be put in a situation where that even is a question, because it should always be the person that does the job should get the tip.
Mhm.
And that's one thing that I really totally am against is I'm not going to tip the whole building. I'll tip the person that is actually working with me. I don't care about that waitress over there if this waitress is the one that
Right.
did the work.
Mhm.
And I don't want to tip that girl over there. I want to tip the one that took care of me.
Right.
So those people that do that to their employees are just cheap and they don't want to pay anybody anything. And that sucks.
Well, I know whenever I'm out someplace and I have a little bit of extra money and I see a veteran and I want to go pick up the tab for his meal, I always look to see who his waitress is.
Mhm.
And then if it's the same waitress that's taking care of me, okay, that's fine.
Mhm.
If it's another one, then I go to my waitress and say, hey, can you let the other one know that I want that bill?
Mhm.
You know? And it's funny to sit back and watch because you see the two waitresses talking and then, you know, the veteran's bill comes to me and I'll go pay it. And I kind of usually sit a few extra minutes to watch and say, you know, well, your bill's already been taken care of, but they don't
Mhm.
say who.
Right.
You know, and it's really cool to watch.
Mhm.
Okay.
Speaking of which, guess where Keith's going to be working now? Promenade.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yep.
Last one. I got 4. I have to choose between. You have a choice of. Well, I won't give you a choice. I'll just say. I feel like I should quit on the last story though. I'm looking here to say. Okay, well we'll finish with this one. That way, I'm going to get you all to have an opinion on something.
Uh-oh.
So there was a meteorologist that said a prayer on the air as tornadoes touch down. Is that appropriate?
I would be okay with it.
Okay.
I would be okay with it.
I think. Okay, so there's 2 thoughts here. I don't have a problem with it myself because I don't, whatever somebody wants to do. But is it appropriate? Because his job is not to say prayers. His job is to give the weather, and some people would be probably offended by them doing that. So
I could see that, but it's like this. Yes, he's a weatherman. But first and foremost, he believes in his religion.
that should not matter to most people.
It shouldn't, but some people do. Like, I have my faith, but I'm not going to push it on somebody else.
And he's pushing it on somebody.
Not really, only
How
if
are
you
they
look at
pushing
it
it
that
on it?
way.
How is he
Because
pushing
everybody
it on?
has to listen to him say his prayer over
On the
this.
air.
Okay, how is that any different
Then
from?
turn it off.
How
Well,
is
they
that?
could be
How
waiting
is
for
that?
Tom
Okay,
Brady
let,
to come
let me
on.
ask this: how is that any different from when people go out to eat and you see people saying a prayer before they have their meal?
I've never heard that when I
I
was
have.
eating.
I have. Actually,
But again,
I know somebody
well-
who did it every time.
Yeah, but that's just somebody going out in public and they're going to have their meal. He's on the job. He's on the job. He doesn't get paid to say prayers, and he's taking up valuable time. And
Well, if the tornadoes are severe enough, I could see why he was led to do it. And tornadoes usually are severe.
well, I guess that's also saying that the prayers work, and I don't believe that prayers work. Actually,
Mhm.
I believe that.
Hey, they worked for me. I'm permanent.
I don't think that had anything to do with it.
I
think
do.
the fact that you actually work and do what you're supposed to do, and you're a good worker. So I don't think that had anything to do with the praying.
Hey, they could have told me no.
They could have told you, but they didn't because you're a good worker. I don't think any conversation with God or anybody that they're praying to had anything to do with you getting your job. I just don't believe in prayer because I believe that you can have everyone in the world pray for something, and if it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen whether you like it or not. In the case of Pam is a big one. Everybody prayed to save her, and it didn't do any good. And she was one of the nicest people in the world, and she died because of somebody's little mishap in 2001. You know, and and yet there's people like Charles Manson that lived to be how many years old,
Right.
and people prayed for him to die, and he didn't die. Come on. If you're meant to be something, you're going to be that, and if you're not meant to be something, you're not going to be that. And I believe in destiny more than I believe in prayer. So that's not to say I don't believe in a higher power.
Right.
But it could have. How did he go about doing it, though?
Not to say I don't believe in a higher power. I could tell you.
He was. It showed. I saw the video. He just bowed his head right there, and
I don't have a problem with it.
Did he say it out loud?
Yes. Yeah. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying.
Okay, but what did he say leading up to it? Did he?
I don't know. We
Here,
listen to it.
that's the thing, because if he could have, he could have said something like, I don't know.
Guess we could find out since we have it. Let's see, where was it? Probably have to refresh the page here. Let's refresh your page and we'll get the story right up. Oh, that's the officer. Okay, go ahead. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Come on. Okay, let's bring it up again and we'll just take it off of there. I know we can do it. Here we go. Come on. You can do it. See, God doesn't want us to even watch it.
we'll have to use Sid about it. No wonder.
Might be. Okay, we'll be ready here in just a few seconds. Days later, if we can get through all these. Final claim, that's right. Need the final claim. This and that, and everything. Okay, come on, finish it. Finish it. Do your review. This is the longest commercial of all day we've ever seen. Okay, here.
Radar error here. That's a huge radar error on that, but that still shows likely a strong tornado here just east of Amory. How far to Amory are we talking about? Let's get a storm track that has everything I could put on it for a moment. And then I'm going to move that down just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to move it to the middle. I'm going to try to cram as much stuff on here as I can for a moment because I want to keep Amory City Grid on this. And again, assuming we're moving 65 miles per hour, I would say the western few streets in Amory were now less than 2 minutes away. This is a strong, life-threatening tornado that's going to move either extremely close to Amory or in through the northern part of the city of Amory. And here's the thing about this. Y'all trust me too much, okay? I tell you where it goes, and some of you are like, that's where it's going to go. But the reality is that this could be changing directions, okay? So Amory, we need to be in our tornado safe place. We got a new scan coming in here as we speak. Oh man, like north side of Amory, this is coming in. Oh man. Dear Jesus, please help them. Amen. Okay.
Yeah,
so he's going to track along Highway 25. Unfortunately, this is cut farther, a little bit more east. So I have it slightly behind me there. This is going to cross the Highway 6 bridge within the next 20 seconds or so.
As long as he didn't do a long out, please save my mother and my brother and my sister.
Right.
And that's okay.
Kept it short and sweet.
That's okay. As long as it's short and sweet. You're not really, you don't have time to offend anybody with that.
Right.
So, okay. I withdraw my complaint.
Thank you.
But I still say prayer doesn't work. So, anyway. All right, I guess this is it. We are going to shut the thing down.
Wow, the first quarter of the year's over already.
Yes, it is. And I will talk.
We still the one.